on the bottom. Don't check for me, will you?
Just doing a bit of a test, ladies and gentlemen, so just bear with us 1 wee second, thanks very much. That's fine. Thank you, thank you.
Fáilte go léir an seo támuid beo a nacht Sport TG4 YouTube, Táman an seo ag Theatr at the Mill agus a nacht tá cuaig tréad Dornálaíochta den sco le taispáint a nacht. So, yeah, tá trinad an sco ag teachsús a nacht agus tá siad anna spéisiúnta. So, tá mé ag súil go mór leis agus in aice lomanis tá promoter Mark Dunlop agus má co-host an seo Tommy McCarthy.
Good, how you doing? All right, thanks for thanks very much. Yeah, it's fantastic to have you back. You know, as a team again. We missed you last time. You had a really good few wins in the amateur circuit round for Ireland. So delighted to have you back on. Add a something, you know, a new delight back to the team. Tommy, you're doing well. You've just done a nice wee contract with, you know, BBC for your documentaries coming out soon. So I've got a host of like celebrities here at the show tonight before we even start. But yes, this is our first show in how long is it now? Of the year, and the first show in Ireland. You know, 2026 for professional boxing.
So, Mark, we're back here at the Theatre at the Mill after a successful show the last time. How does it feel to be back in somewhat your hometown, is it? Not too far from where you grew up?
No, I'm the Donald man. I'm the east of the city. This is the north. No, don't be saying that or I'll get put out of my house. No. It's a fantastic venue, isn't it? Like, and as I say, with the success of the first one, this was sold out within weeks. And been sitting, it's fantastic to be able to be sitting there knowing that like you don't have to worry about the tickets, the fighters don't have to worry about their tickets. The venue's fantastic, you know, and we've got 5 cracking fights on the card.
Yes, and kicking things off tonight is Carlos Pereira, trains up out of your gym, boxing out of Ballymena. How do you think? How do you feel about him? Are you excited to see him? He's on a good wee run. He's just starting his career.
Yes, no, he's a nice kid. He's trained by Dan Boyle and Eamon Loughran, former WBO world champion, when he's up in Ballymena. So yeah, I don't know much about him genuinely, and I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. You know, he's only had one fight and he didn't have an extensive amateur. I think he came from the white collar scene, so everyone's, you know, due a chance on. You know, I try and rotate as many kids as I can. I can't put everyone on all the time from the same stable, but I do my best to share it about. And so tonight, Carlos gets an opportunity in front of the big lights.
And then the second fight, we have GERARD Hughes. He's been out of the action for a few months, so I'm sure he's eager to get back into the ring. Are you looking forward to seeing him?
Yes. I mean, GERARD, he's fearless. He had 2 real good fights with Rudy Farrell. You know, drew one and lost one. Rudy went on to win the Irish title, and he's making a comeback. He lost at Windsor Park, but yeah, GERARD, yes, no, he's signed with McMahon and myself. We've done a joint deal to try and help him push on his career, and yeah, I'm looking forward to see what he has to the table. You know, I've heard a lot about him, and he brings a good crowd from Ballycastle, and you know, he calls himself the king of the castle, so we'll see what the king brings to the table.
And then we also have the man who headlined the last time here, Kyle Smith. He has a great following in this part of town, and this is his backyard. He's got a cracking fight tonight against a man who's on a great run of form. He's undefeated in his last 3, and I believe the last time he was here he actually got an upset victory. So You know, it might be a wee bit nerve-wracking for him, or how do you feel about it?
Well, at 20, he's full of confidence. You know what I mean? Like, yes, Jordan Grannum is a well-experienced journeyman. There's no doubt about that. There, he dispatched of Paul Cummings the last time in a round. So I've decided to match him a bit better. When I made the match, since Jordan's going on, obviously he won in the Devonish, and he won in England, and he's had a draw as well. So he's in a rich vein of form, and obviously Kyle's from a top amateur club and top pedigree. It's going to be a good fight, but I can see this one going 6 good rounds. But that's exactly what he needs, and like Kaci will be able to tell you more about Kyle. She's trained with him for many years. What do you think of Kyle then?
Yeah, no, I think Kyle Smith is a great up and coming, and I think he's a great asset to have on the team as well. I think a part of your team, young, fresh, confident, that's what you want, good amateur background, and it's something sometimes we don't find in the professional scene. People jump straight away from having no really amateur experience, but Kyle is different. He has all the attributes, everything that he needs to be good amateur to make an even better pro. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing him tonight, and especially against an opponent like Jordan Grannum. Definitely.
Yeah, and the thing is, Kyle is co-main tonight, but because Dan has 3 fighters on, we've had to put him in between. He's obviously co-main, obviously before the main event, but HIJJAH is coming on, which we'll talk about shortly. But that's why he is, because as I say, he's trained by the same coach, so we've had to just move him down the bill a bit. But he's very, very, very much like main attraction here as well, behind COLM.
Yeah, and you just mentioned her, HIJJAH McMahon. He just seems to be getting better and better each time he's here. He has a good fight. He's actually boxing the guy who, So he's looking to put on an impressive performance. He also has a strong following. How do you see HIJJAH going?
Well, yeah. I don't call Conor the pit bull for nothing. He's very, very good, very strong. He's here to give HIJJAH a test, and that's what HIJJAH wants. He says no stoppage victories. HIJJAH doesn't mean to say he's not a fighter or a puncher. He's just been in against tougher guys, and that is the reality of fighting better people. You're going to get rounds, and I think that's what HIJJAH will get tonight. He's a great manager, and Jay Byrne, who I have managed myself, and Jay's fantastic. He's done a brilliant job down there, but he's asked me to help him out up here, and I'm really delighted to have that partnership with JB Promotions.
And then the main event of the evening is Colin Murphy fighting for the Commonwealth title, looking to add another title to his growing trophy cabinet. He's had a meteoric rise. He's going through the levels from the national title, the international titles, and now here we are for the Commonwealth. And then he's got a big fight after it. Very exciting times. His career must be bringing a lot of excitement for you as well as a manager.
Yeah, no, it's unbelievable. Like, Colm has been a complete revelation. For Colm to even get into the ring, he suffers from dyslexia, dysphobia, borderline ADHD as well. He's a lot to deal with, and doesn't he deal with it well? He's undefeated. He had a good amateur form with him, but he's just improving all the time. He started quite late, but he is really, really, really every fight he's improving. It's incredible what he's doing in the gym, and like, we are delighted with his progress. And people say, you send to me, you're crazy. He's got an IBO world title fight potentially after this in Dublin, but I don't care. This year, Colm is not driven by money. He's driven by success, by history. He wants to make a good name for himself. And like a year ago, he was sparring Kaci in our gym, and Kaci was obviously defending that IBO title. So, it's for us to be given the opportunity, to fight for that now, is unreal. So he has to overcome SALEH Kassim tonight, who's a tough man himself, never been stopped. Yes, he's a few losses, but his losses were like away. He's nicking rounds off dangerous Russians with top pedigree. You can look at it on BoxRec. So that's how he was sanctioned for the fight. So he's very, very good, never been stopped, and we'll see what that brings, And
obviously we're not looking past tonight because, as you say, he has a tough opponent, but the IBO world title, it's a mouth-watering clash. It's what dreams are made of for boxers. So all going well tonight. It's all systems go for St. Patrick's weekend in Dublin. And like you say, Colm has the amateur pedigree. He's fought some of the best in the world as an amateur and beaten them. So how do you fancy his chances against someone like John O'Carroll?
Well, you know me, I'm a wily old fool, but I don't really, I've guided you to like European titles, and we've had some fabulous nights in Italy, you know, winning WBC titles, everything. You know, everyone knows if I take a fight, I fancy it. I mean, that's said enough. Like, John was a nice kid and a good kid and whatever, but Colm was different gravy, you know, like, and they don't know, you know, like, well, I'm sure they're watching, John, all the way from Dubai. Your eyes will be peeled on this here, but, you know, you're a nice kid and they really like him, you know, but at the end of the day, Colm is out here, fearless and ready to make history, and he can do it because, as I say, he's fit as a fiddle, never out of the gym. You know, if he does a good job here tonight, we're straight down to Dublin, ready to rock, ready to Kaci rock now.
Agus sin é den ihe a nacht so fecmid tá cuaig trid ionach agus bhína pár seo ag caint faoine tridna atá ag teachsú Steve a nacht. So ag tosú ag fé cuaig trééis seacht ba an cé trid agan i Carlos Pereira in I Paul Cummings. So fecmid sibrin sin. Slán. Fáilte go léir chuig an Dornálaíocht BEO a nocht at Theatre at the Mill agus támad Sport TG4. A nocht tá taispantas ag do cuaig trid den sco ó anam na Camóra. Agus nílas an fúbse ach tá mé ag súil go mór leis an ihe seo agus an cuarta seo. A nocht fecamid Carlos Pereira in I Paul Cummings, GERARD Hughes in I Ricky Starkey, Kyle Smith agus Jordan Grannum, HIJJAH McMahon in I Conor Meanwell agus Colin Murphy in I Salim Kassim Lahai on vacant Commonwealth Featherweight Championship title. Is Misha Casey Rock agus Tommy Mar Annalisa Nocht Chomala Eric Donovan. Eric, great card, great venue. Talk to us about the fights tonight.
Great card, Casey. Delighted to be back here as well in this incredible venue. Theatre at the Mill. 5 cracking fights for us tonight, which will be topped off with a Commonwealth title fight, Murphy versus Kassim, in a 12-round war. So looking forward to that. Also looking forward to the great card that's ahead of us. Crowds rolling in here right now, and it's starting to heat up. What would you be thinking now if you're the boxers and it's around this time in the evening?
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Mr. Mark Dunlop for MHD Promotions in association with Mr. Paul McLean, Bet McLean Bookmakers, our Kings Competitions, Kiltulla with Kingsway Contractors, welcome to the Theatre of Dreams tonight. Live from the Theatre at the Mill, Newtown Abbey, for what promises to be an absolutely fantastic night of professional boxing, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's boxing is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Officials at ringside tonight are Mr. Jim Gamble, Inspector, Mr. Martin McWilliams, Mr. Owen McMahon, Mr. Des Watson, Mr. Kieran McGeary, Mr. John Marley, Mr. Gary Harden. Our shirt in charge tonight, Mr. John Williamson, MBE, Area Representative Mr. John Gray. Our doctors at ringside tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Emma Murray, Dr. Ian Tipping. Our referees tonight from Belfast, Mr. Eamon McGill and Mr. Hugh Russell Jr. Our timekeeper tonight, Mr. Jonathan McWilliams. Tonight's sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, delighted to have them here tonight, Mr. Paul McLean, Pat McLean, Mr. Mark Weir, our Kings Competitions, Mr. Frank Boyd, Kiltulla, Mr. Brendan Boyd, Urquhart, Mr. Kieran Leedon Timber Frame, Mr. Jonathan Finlay Wealth, Mr. Gordon McElroy, MKB Law, Mr. Colm Murphy, Kingsway Contractors, Mr. Robert Foster, Novo Gen, Mr. Wayne Back, Hollywood Flooring, Mr. Stephen Laurie, Creative Construction, Sport TG4 Television, and the Europa Hotel, ladies and gentlemen. Let's show them our appreciation tonight. Also tonight, ladies and gentlemen, delighted to have our co-host with us doing the interviews, Mr. Tommy McCarthy. Give him a big round of applause. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Please welcome to the ring, Boxing out of the red corner tonight from Warminster, Wiltshire, Paul Cummings. To the ring tonight, boxing out of the blue corner, Carlos Pereira. Well, ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 152 pounds, .2, boxing out of the red corner tonight, wearing white, blue, and Union Jack shorts tonight. Would you please give a big Belfast Eaton welcome one more time all the way from Warminster, Wiltshire, Paul Cummings. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 155 pounds even tonight, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing white and gold trimmed shorts. Please welcome one more time, originally from Portugal, now from Ballymena, Carlos Pereira.
Big reception for Carlos Pereira from Portugal, now based in Ballymena in the county of Donegal, being trained by Dan Boyle, also working with former WBO world champion Eamon Loughran as well. So in his second fight here tonight, made his debut last August with a points win in the Devonish over Jacobs Murrer from Dublin. Second bout, has big plans in his career, an MMA converter. It's always a very difficult move, Kaci, to move from one sport into the next, but he's young enough to make a statement and to make an impact in his career.
Oh, definitely. I think now professional boxing, you can come into it at any stage, and just once you're willing to learn the craft, that you can get in there and you can get the job done.
Yeah, standing out of his orthodox position. Super welterweight. Good uppercut from the Pereira.
Work our body corners, come on. Lovely.
He's got a good opponent in front of him, Paul Cummins, in terms of, that's a good punch from Paul Cummins, right hook. His record is not the best, and you know, he's not the most formidable opponent. He is a journeyman. He's a good guy to kind of practice your trade with. Paul Cummings was beaten the last time by Kyle Smith, who is going to be on the card later on tonight as well. A big prospect for the future. Nice work by Carlos Pereira. He's just having more sting in his punches, Kaci.
Yeah, he is. You can see good boxing movement there, the slip, the shift, and all his punches are crisp and accurate, and he's breaking through the guard there of Cummings.
Yeah, and his head movement is good as well. I think he's landing the shots, body, head, and then he's not sticking around either. That's good work from Cummings. Cummings is upright type of fighter. He's a big kind of, he's a tall frame, but he doesn't help himself by standing so tall. He kind of elongates his body. It'd be better if he would maybe tighten up or
boxed at a longer distance, maybe you make use of those long arms.
Yeah, or even crunch down a bit, because he's a big open target, isn't he? Then again, I suppose that's why he's on the journeyman side of the boxing game. Good work from Carlos Pereira, tapping the body and the head. Nice little right uppercut and left uppercut to the body, and then finished upstairs. Nice boxing there from Carlos Pereira. Nothing coming back now from Paul Cummings. He's got to be feeling those shots. Oh, downstairs and finished upstairs. Nice work, quick, fast work from the Portuguese man, now based in Ireland, who has big plans for his career. He said he doesn't want to be a boring fighter. He said expect excitement, raw emotion, and highlight reels. So he's full of confidence, you have to say. And I suppose when you are converting over from the MMA, it's another big, I suppose, prize fighting game, the MMA sport.
Oh, definitely, and especially coming up against someone who has 96 fights in Paul Cummings there. He's loads of experience in the ring, he's no stranger to the ring. And this is Carlos Pereira's only his second fight. So, he's doing really, really well here, and you can see that he's sticking to what he's doing. Good body shots there, slowing him down.
Yeah, and Paul Cummings just landed a good right uppercut to the body there right at the end, and it sunk in, that one as well. And they're not nice. I don't think Carlos expected that. But you're right in what you're saying. To convert over from another sport, be only in his second fight, he's actually moving pretty well. Because normally when you see kickboxers, particularly kickboxers, when you see any of them switching over, they're kind of like, you can tell that they're a little bit awkward on their feet and how they're standing, especially when there's a bit of pressure put on them. Sometimes you can see their knee lifting up and stuff, and I've often sparred with many of them before. But I have to say, Carlos doesn't look like a guy that's out, like that's uncomfortable.
No, he doesn't. His footwork is really, really good. So, as you said, when you see someone that was a kickboxer or maybe any sports that throw kicks, you can kind of see that their footwork is a little bit different because they're in the stance to throw a kick. But no, boxing footwork there from Carlos Pereira, I have to say.
Yeah, good first round from Pereira.
Second out, round 2.
It's a 4-round super welterweight contest. Crowd starting to fill up in here now as well. It's a lovely venue for boxing. So close and intimate. It's like a little amphitheater.
It's lovely. It's really nice. I think they should definitely have more boxing shows here.
Yeah, there's not a bad seat in the place. You just look around and you can see that no matter where you are in this venue, you're going to have a great spot for watching what's on offer. And what's on offer now in round 2 is a nice piece of boxing from this Carlos Pereira, 24-year-old, based in Ballymena, working with good, I could say, coaches, Dan Boyle and Eamon Loughlin. Plenty of experience in his corner. I like that as well. When he's in close, he's not putting a lot of power in the shots. He's just tipping and tapping, not wasting his energy. And maybe he's hoping to kind of get some rounds here tonight, and maybe might put a bit of spite into those shots in the 3rd or 4th round.
That's it. It's all about getting your rounds in when you're starting off as a professional. You want to try and get the 4 rounds, then go up to the 6 rounds. But you need to be able to make sure that you're durable enough to be able to do those rounds. It's a little bit different from the amateur game.
Yep. It's a good performance so far. Nice and fluid. Lovely left uppercut lead there from Pereira. took it well, Cummings, but you know, he has taken some shots over his career. This is his 97th fight this evening. It's an incredible record. It's a long time to be in the ring. 39 years of age, orthodox position, coming back, showing there's fight in the old dog yet. And he certainly has got the respect of Carlos Pereira there with them shots. Not going down without a fight, Kaci.
Certainly not. I think, you know, he probably has more fights lined up coming in the next couple of weeks. He doesn't want to get stopped. He wants to show that he's there for a fight, and he's not just there as a punch bag.
You're dead right. He has 3 fights lined up within the next probably 6 weeks. So, you know, it's a business. It's his livelihood. It's very important to him. But that was a good right uppercut there, and he just shook his head, Cummings. I wonder if Carlos Pereira realizes that punch actually landed, because it just shook him there momentarily. And here he goes, chipping away again. Just caught with a little left hook. Every time he starts to turn the screw, Paul Cummings just comes back with something just to kind of keep him honest and keep him humble in the match, and remain in the fight. Halfway there. Obviously 2-0 to Carlos Pereira.
2 rounds to Carlos Pereira, but you can see the good, strong base that Cummings has there. He's not up on his toes. He's not moving very fast on his feet. He's just slowly plodding along, but coming forward all the time. What a nightmare of an opponent that just takes everything you throw and keeps coming forward. Even if it's not with punches, it's still pressuring you.
Yeah, it's experience, isn't it? Like, he's a road warrior. Like, you know, he's been in with a lot of them. But I remember Kyle Smith in his debut. Kyle Smith stopped him in the first round, and we never really got a chance to see what Kyle could actually do. So I'm pretty sure that Kyle is excited to be back in the ring again tonight, but maybe looking for a little more action.
A little bit more action, I'd say,
yeah.
and just show him what he is capable of doing. Like, Kyle Smith, an amazing amateur as well, so we can see what he has to offer.
You boxed with him as well, didn't you?
He was in my club, yeah. So
yeah.
no, great kid, great opportunity coming up for him.
Round 3.
I'll find out a little bit more about that later on. Okay, round 3. Carlos Pereira, Paul Cummings, super welterweight, 4-round fight. Easy to say and fair to say that Carlos Pereira is 2 rounds to the good. Cummings is just standing, a resilient fighter, robust, in your face, comes back, keeps you honest every now and then, but doesn't do enough to want to gain any real satisfaction or success in the fight. Just happy enough to just buy his time and get through the rounds. Carlos Pereira is just going through his, I suppose, his methods and his strategies, and chopping this big kind of, let's say, for a metaphorical expression, this big oak tree down, and he is, I suppose, just chipping away at him and getting closer and closer each time to landing significant shots. But who knows, he could may well just want the points win here, but it is professional boxing. He did say he wants to put out highlight reels. He wants raw emotion. So we haven't seen that exactly yet, but maybe that's something that he intends on doing as he progresses through his career. But I think Paul Cummings is a kind of fighter, Kaci, with all due respect to him, but he is the kind of fighter that if you turn the screw and really put it on him, you could take him out.
I think if he applied a little bit more pressure, he probably could, but we've no idea what the coaches are saying in the corner. They might want the 4 rounds. The 4th round might be the round that he's going to up it. He's showing good class here, good punches, good movements, the slip, the shift there.
That was good foot movement.
Good punch selection as well from Carlos Pereira.
Nice uppercut. Don't be greedy. I heard the coach shouting, don't be greedy. Okay, so they're looking for him to just maybe get some rounds in. Right hand over the top by Paul Cummings, but he lands those punches every now and then, but you get the sense that there's no real venom in them. He doesn't really throw them at much intent. There's definitely no malicious intent in them. It's almost like a respectful punch. Do you know what I mean?
It's almost like a paw out, just a little one to let them know he's still in the fight, but
yeah,
he's not doing enough to try and win it.
Maybe he doesn't want to tease him. Maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe he doesn't want to make.
He doesn't want to get hurt.
He doesn't want to make him mad. Yeah, so we're getting to see Carlos Pereira here early in his professional career, switched over from the MMA game. Different code, different game, but doing very well, very comfortable, under no real pressure, under no real stress or threat. This is an opponent that he is expected to beat, and he's 3 rounds to the good already. As he progresses through his career, there's no doubt that the challenge and the level will increase significantly. But you know, so far so good, and if you're in his corner, you got to be happy with what you're seeing.
I'm sure the coaches are very happy in that corner. I remember I trained with Carlos for a couple of weeks, and he'd always come down. He'd drive from Ballymena down to Dublin and would get into spar absolutely anyone. Had no issues of who he was getting into spar, no problem.
Really?
Names Sean McComb, not a bother.
Yeah.
Tyrone McKenna, anybody. But he'd jump in, and it's great to see how much he's come on since then.
Well, there's no surprise then that that he's actually boxing really, really well. If he's mixing with that kind of ilk, then
he was the tough cookie. He was just, you know, taking and going. But now looking at him, he's showing his talent and what he's learned. So learning on the job.
Okay, exactly, learning on the job.
Second
So
set,
he's coming
corner, final round.
So what you're saying is he's a little more polished than what he used to be when you saw him at the start.
Definitely, he's a lot more polished now. You can see the accuracy in his punches. You can see he's thinking more when he's throwing his punches, and that's what you want to see. You want to see a fighter that's like a sponge, adapting absolutely everything and taking everything in their stride. And you can see he's young enough to start from scratch, to learn everything new, and he's doing a really, really good job here.
He really is, and that's a good example as well that you've just given. Like, you know, when there's somebody starting out in the early days and they're moving in against, there's no doubt about it, moving with that kind of boxers that you just mentioned there, with those kind of style of boxers, that level of boxers, it would have been very difficult for him. But to have that kind of like determination and commitment to keep going back into the ring with them shows that he is a brave man and a courageous man, and he's reaping the rewards from that now, for sure.
It is hard sometimes if you might not be getting the better of the spars, but for someone that keeps showing up and keeps going, you can see the progress, and it's really, really stood to him. He's doing brilliant here, and he's showcasing everything. He's got the head movement, he's got the footwork, and he's got great punches. Looks like he packs a bit of power as well.
Yeah, he really put a lot of power. He put a lot of power into that backhand, and Paul Cummings is just giving him a little shimmy there in front of him, and now he's asking questions. Paul Cummings is asking questions now. What have you got, Carlos Pereira? You're in the professional game now. What have you got? Bit of smiling, bit of respect, but also there's a bit of venom in there too.
Come on, Carlos, work that body.
Moving his head really well, Carlos Pereira. Seems like he's well conditioned, well trained, in good shape. Oh, good backhand from Cummings. Landed that very, very well. Pereira targeting the body again and back on his feet, moving back onto the ropes. And Cummings again targeting the body. 45 seconds left in the final round. Cummings is actually coming on strong. I have to say, Pereira, this is Cummings' best round so far, Kaci.
He's definitely given it a go in this round, and he's having a little bit of success, but not enough to nick the round, in my opinion. But definitely giving it a go, landing some good shots, good right hand there.
Yeah. It's not the round that you'd want him to be having a share of, let's say. You'd want Pereira to be finishing strong here and really putting the argument to bed.
Last 10. Lovely.
There you have it. 4 rounds of super welterweight action to kick off the night here at the Theatre at the Mill. And the crowd absolutely loved that. No doubt about who the winner is, but he'll be very, very happy with his performance there tonight, but not so much in the last round. I think in the last round he kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit, and maybe that's conditioning, fitness, who knows, but probably still a 4-0 shutout victory.
I would say 4-0 victory to Carlos Pereira there. But again, it comes with a little bit of experience. It's only a second fight. It's easy to stand and trade when, you know, the fight is coming to you. It's easy sometimes instead of boxing and moving. But when time goes by, it'll be interesting to see if he learns from that or else keeps going.
I feel like I'm going to give. I feel like Cummings deserves something from the last round. I'm going to give him a share of the last round. I give him a draw. I give him half of the last round.
Thank you.
Here we go. Official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee from Belfast, Mr. Eamon McGill, has scored the contest 40-36 in favour of your winner tonight, Carlos Pereira!
40-36.
All
the judges were very, very happy with Carlos Pereira's rounds and his work all the way through from round 1 to round 4, 40-36. He's 2-0 and he moves on in his career. We wish him the very best of luck.
Okay, agus sin trid Ivra Hain den Iha. Trid a Hain as a Cuig trid Carlos Pereira and I Paul Cummings agus Honig Muid and Shin an Bua egg Carlos Pereira. Care about the egg agus trid and Scohon and Iha a Hosu. Avisha Shin Anawa agus fi birth far egg dull Lahayan trid. Major sa carry about the Nismo ach. You know, Anawa and Shino Carlos Pereira a Dara trid egg agus a Dara Bua egg a Choma. Agus, yeah, Anna Stílis, agus Hanna a Durin Shin Lum, agus an Buga, an Cleggan, agus na Costa. So, yeah, Captain Gamai, Boher Anna Fada, and Shin de Carlos Pereira.
We're here with our first winner, Carlos Pereira. Carlos, that was a great performance. You're now 2-0, and you look like you're improving gradually. How do you feel after the fight?
Yeah, I feel great. I think I showed some improvements from my first fight, so I'm more than happy with that. You know, I've been working hard. I show up and I'm consistent, and I think it showed in there tonight.
Yeah, definitely. There were some great shots that you threw, great punch picking, and as you say, you're consistent. You had the pressure on. And he's a very formidable opponent, and he came through well. Is there anything you want to work on, or where do you see yourself going after this fight?
I think just back to the gym, you know, getting more experience, listening to Dan, what he says, and just, you know, I'm pretty new to boxing, so just trying to soak as much information as I can and listen, have good people around me, and just keep believing and putting the work in, and hopefully, you know, the rewards are going to come.
Yes, very good, lads. You mentioned your coach there, Dan, and you have a great stable at the minute. So you're surrounded by guys who are all on the same mission, and they're all boxing at a quality high level, and that's sure to bring you on.
Yeah, it does. You know, it's having good people around you, coach, teammates, family, friends, and you know, having the right people around you makes the difference. So yeah, it's very important.
It's onwards and upwards. It seems like you had a great crowd as well. Have you got good support from your hometown?
I do, yeah. So I want to thank all the sponsors, all the people that bought tickets, because you know, without them, we don't get on these shows, and you know, they're the heart and soul of boxing. So thank you to them. Also like to thank my gym and Mark for the opportunity. MHD Promotions. Thanks very much for getting me on the show.
Yes. No, ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the evening, Carlos Pereira. Garmila Malgut.
for our second contest of the evening in the Super Bantamweight division. Please welcome to the ring from Liverpool, Ricky Starkey! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring from Ballycastle tonight, GERARD Hughes! Ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 128 pounds 4 ounces, boxing out of the red corner tonight, wearing black, silver trimmed shorts. Would you please make him very welcome tonight in Belfast, Keith and Albany. One more time, give it up from Liverpool, Ricky Starkey! And ladies and gentlemen, boxing out of the blue corner tonight, weighing in at 129 pounds,
Let's go, George!
2 ounces.
Let's go!
Wearing gold, black and sequin trim shorts tonight. Please give it up one more time from Ballycastle, GERARD Hughes! Well, ladies and gentlemen, this Super Bantamweight division contest, scheduled for 6 by 3-minute rounds. Mr. Eamon Gill will now give the boxers their final instructions. Thank you.
Let's go, George, for the first fucking bell!
Right, gentlemen, I spoke to this both earlier on the change rooms. You know what I want to expect? I want a good, clean fight. Any questions? Let's get it on.
Well, this brings us into the second fight of the evening, Super Bantamweight division. GERARD Hughes versus Ricky Starkey.
Round one.
GERARD Hughes from Ballycastle and Starkey from Merseyside in Liverpool. This is the 8th fight of GERARD Hughes' career. Won 5, lost 1, drew 1. Oh, good right hand over the top by GERARD Hughes.
Put it on him!
That was a very good shot. Still only...
Pump that jab out, George!
20, well, he's 28 years old, so he
Watch for them feints!
has a lot of experience, but his opponent is 40 years old, and he has a hell of a lot of experience, and he's around for a very long time, but 40 years of age is a long time to... Oh, good left hook over the top by GERARD Hughes. How's it shaping up in the first round, Kitty? Kaci.
It's good. It's good action pack to start the round. Good. A little bit different from the last fight, so they were a bit more cagey of each other. But Ricky Starkey looks like he's coming out for a win here. So good test for Gerard Hughes. He's been out of the ring now for the last 10 months. So I'm looking forward to seeing him back.
Yeah, 10 months is a long time to be outside the ring as well.
Lovely turn.
Known for 2 great All-Irish clash fights with Ruan Farrell. They're the only blemishes on his career record. Lost once and drew once with Ruan Farrell. But
Fucking lovely.
his other 5 fights, he's had victory in all of those. And he's an all-action fighter, Gerard Hughes. He's exciting. He comes to fight. You know, he's in your face. And
Fucking lovely.
very entertaining to watch. He's got a good fan base as well.
Lives up to his name, Short Fuse Hughes. Definitely comes with the short fuse. Wouldn't like to get on the wrong side of him.
But this is a very good opponent for him here now. Ricky Starkey. He's only 2 wins in his 38 fight career. But he's a solid opponent. He looks in good shape too. Sometimes you can get fighters and journeyman or that, and they don't look in really good shape, but he looks very conditioned, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Sometimes you get them, you think they've just come straight from the pub. But no, he looks like he's been in the gym training hard. And even the start he had coming out there, he came out with a bit of intent. But I was hoping he'd live up to his ring walk anyway. It was an interesting ring walk.
Yeah.
But good work from both of them.
Hulkamania. Well, it is prize fighting, and it is the show business, so you know he's entitled to do that. But you gotta be able to back it up in the ring if you're going to do that kind of ring entrance. And to be fair to him, he's doing all right in this first round. He's holding his own.
Lovely.
Come on, get a word there. Half step back and get to work. Half step back. Get to work. Hands eye level.
Gerard Hughes, a lot of fans here. Without big ticket seller.
Relax, relax. Relax, lovely. Lovely, Gerard. Fucking lovely.
That was a good, lively opening first round from Gerard Hughes. Probably edged it, and but you know he needs to kind of settle down a little bit more. I think he's still a bit too wild in the fight. He hasn't really found his flow yet, has he?
Not yet. I think he's getting caught up maybe in the clinches and getting a bit frustrated while he's in there. But when he's out working at a bit of a distance, he was catching them lovely over the top, right hooks, left hooks, just timing them well. So he needs to go back to that, slowing that down. But I'm sure coaches in the corner there, he has D. Walsh and no other than Sean McComb in his corner as well. So I'm sure the advice there will be good and keeping it nice and straight for the next round.
Yeah, he's got great pedigree in his corner, hasn't he? Really good boxing people, good boxing brains, and like I suppose that's what he kind of needs to do now. He needs to think more from a boxing point of view. I think what can also be deceiving as well is like he landed a very good right hand at the start of the first round, caught his opponent flush. Sometimes that can kind of just give you the kind of the buzz to go on again and try and maybe
try and drop
take
them,
him out.
stop
Yeah.
them maybe. It doesn't always work like that, and sometimes
doesn't.
you can end up tiring yourself out. But hopefully now, good talk in the corner, and he'll come out mature head now.
Yeah, well, the referee, Eamon McGill, is having a firm word with both of these fighters, and he's just telling them, lads, settle down a little bit. You're a bit too wild. No hitting on the back of the head, and he wants a clean fight, and that's his right to do so. But these lads, will they listen? Because they're going straight for each other again. Locking horns. Round. Beginning of the second round. Good left hook from Gerard Hughes. And Starkey is not taking a back step at all. He is here
Lovely, George.
for the action.
Lovely. Come on.
That's nicer boxing from Hughes, landing and then moving away.
Pressure, pressure.
That's it. Good lad. Then go again.
Gerard has great boxing skill. I just love to see him use it a little bit more as he goes into the next following rounds. I know he has another 5 rounds to go, but you don't want to leave it too late. But he's doing good, and if he sticks to his boxing, I think that he could make this a little bit easier for himself.
Yeah, so basically don't go along with his Elias short fuse. Stick to.
He's a longer fuse.
Yeah.
Long fuse.
That's it. Stick to his boxing.
That right hand isn't there.
That's a good jab there now. He's moving the feet better now. Good right hand over the top. And then moving off afterwards.
That right hand isn't there.
Lovely jab.
Fucking lovely.
Starkey holding on
Back on. A-shape back now.
just for a little breather.
Back on the jab, then uppercut through the middle. Then come round the side.
Stop fucking holding. You fucking dick.
Starkey's coach, Tommy Kavanagh, shouting
Come
in
on,
the
George,
orders
use
for
your
his
right hand.
charge to keep moving.
Switch up. Switch up.
Lovely, George. Keep him there. Keep him there.
Great action in this fight.
Keep him there, George.
Scabs downstairs, Rick.
You just get the impression that the cooler head will get more. Oh, right, there you go. They were warned. They were warned.
George, that right hand's there all the time.
Get to back to boxing. Come on. Get to work.
Back ahead. Fuck's sake. What are you doing?
Work.
Where's that right hand, George? Whip it in.
Gerard Hughes fans not happy with the tactics being employed by Starkey. Oh, good left hook by Gerard
Keep it
Hughes.
long, George. Keep it long.
And in comes Starkey with the head charging in. Just a kind of unsettling Hughes, bit of an unorthodox type of fighter. I don't know about you, Kaci, but not a fan of boxing people like that just want it rough and ready.
They're just trying to spoil it for you, and he probably came here with that idea to come in, spoil the fight for Gerard, don't let him have his way. And
Get your head up,
he was
George.
having some success in doing it like that.
He has his club.
Not boxing success, but success in maybe frustrating Gerard and not letting him box to the best of his ability. But
Lovely,
he's
George.
coming on now. You can see the boxing ability come out of Gerard
Where's
here.
that right hand,
Good
George?
movement, good footwork, and another good round from Gerard Hughes, especially with the point taken off Starkey there.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, it's very, very difficult to remain composed when you're up against a fighter that keeps charging in like that, charging in with the head low, holding you, hitting around the back of the head. It's annoying and it's frustrating, and I'm glad that the referee was stern there in his ruling with keeping Starkey accountable for his actions and giving him the point. He deserves the point. Can't be hitting on the back of the head. He needs to clean it up. Gerard Hughes is in the driving seat now, but he just doesn't need to get too emotionally involved, because that can happen to you as well. You can get drawn into a fight, and I've done it before myself. You know, you have your best intentions to be tactical, to be smart, and then before you know it, everything goes out the window, and you're just squaring up and having it out at close quarters with your opponent. It's not
And
a nice
it's
feeling.
so easy to get drawn into that. It just takes one flip of a switch and that's it. You're in there, you're fighting, your boxing goes out the window, and I'm a model for it. I always do it myself.
Yeah.
So cannot blame Gerard in the slightest, especially when an opponent like that is coming at you. But looks like a little bit more boxing here, not rushing in, but we're only in the first 10 seconds.
Well, here comes Starkey.
Here we go.
now. Starkey's having a real go now. His coach is very animated in the corner as well. He's driving him forward. I have to say, 40 years of age, in good old shape. He's trying hard, but not landing with any real quality, no real crisp shots. But he's there. He's in front of you. He's pushing. He's driving. He's letting out the shots. And Gerard Hughes needs to be smart. He needs to use his footwork. When you're up against a fighter like that, you got to keep it long. Use your footwork. Use the angles, and try not to be there for him, because he just likes that close quarters, mauling type of, you know, behavior and action. But you know, the name of the game of boxing, the essence is to hit and move, and that's the ultimate objective.
Jab. Over the top. Where's the head going? Again. You're falling in every time, not doing anything.
That's good feint. Unlucky. Good effort from Gerard Hughes. But he feinted in front of his opponent there, and that's what he's got to do. A little bit more feinting, keep his punches long.
It's almost tit for tat with them now. You hit me in the back of the head, I'll hit you back. You elbow me, I'll elbow you back. So to be expected as well. It can't all just be one way, and if they're getting away with it, sometimes the anger gets the better of you.
For sure, and it can be very hard when you're in there at close quarters because it's difficult to predict what's going to happen because your arms are in, you're tangled up, and all it takes is one little bang ahead, you have a cut, and there, you know, and it's just too messy for me. Keep it long, you can see what's going on, and you're able to kind of keep your shape. And that's the most important thing in the ring, keeping your shape, keeping your composure.
He must be doing Muay Thai instead of fucking boxing.
But look, he's doing the right thing. Starkey's doing the right thing. He's mixing it up with Gerard Hughes. He's pulling him into his fight. He's not going to box his game. And that's, I suppose, you have to take your hat off him for that.
His record certainly doesn't stand to the fighter that we're looking at here with only 2 wins. I would be convinced he's had a couple more wins, in my opinion. Not 34 losses. He came to fight today, definitely. Didn't come to just stand there and be a punch bag, essentially. So he's there, up for the fight. And he's making entertainment for everyone as well.
Yeah.
And he's making it hard for Gerard Hughes.
Yeah, he's having a go. But Gerard Hughes, now, this is a really good learning fight from when he looks back at this kind of fight that he probably can't wait for the final bell as well. It's just one of those fights where you're kind of like, oh, come on, get this over with, like, you know. But
Work over the job, George. Work over the job.
It'll be a brilliant learning fight for him as he progresses in his career.
Come on.
Especially being out of the ring for such a long time as well. It's hard as a professional to get the ring rust off. As an amateur, you can probably take a couple of smaller fights, but you're straight into a professional fight against a tough, durable opponent after a couple of months out of the ring. So this is exactly what he needs, and a tough, awkward opponent as well that's making it very, very hard for him. So great to see him back and great to see him progressing as well in his career.
Yeah, he's halfway there. 3 rounds to the good. 6-round fight. And Starkey does not look like he's slowing down. Loads of fitness. You have to give him huge credit for that. And he's very enthused as well in how he's fighting. He may not have the quality or the kind of class or guile that you need at this level, but he's loads of fight, loads of like energy and physicality. But Gerard Hughes is a better boxer than what we're seeing. Yes, he's edging the rounds, but he just needs to be a little more, I suppose, composed with his work and disciplined, I suppose, is probably a good word.
Just have belief in them shots that he's throwing, because he's having great success when he waits and times them perfectly. Good job there. Yeah. You've seen a couple of good hooks over the top as well. So just self-belief and sticking to his boxing and what he knows. But he's doing a great job with that anyways.
Yeah, and I'd like to see more of his jab, because he has a good jab. And, like, you know, the jab is a very effective punch. And a lot of things can come from it. And it can be a shield for you as well in keeping a distance between you and your opponent. He has very good boxing men in his corner, the McComb brothers, Dean McComb and Sean McComb, and Dee Walsh, former Irish Boxing Trainer of the Year and a former undefeated professional fighter himself, who retired early in his career. So he's got plenty of experience in his support team. But he has to get the job done now. That's a brilliant piece of work from Gerard Hughes. That was probably the nicest, most quality work he's done in this fight so far. Lovely punch, right hand over the top. He timed that very well. He just kind of teed it up. Left hook, left hook. Starkey came on and walked straight onto a right hook that was timed lovely by Gerard Hughes. More of the same now, and he'll be well on the way to another, well, his 6th victory. Landed a right hand, but got caught with a left hook in return by Starkey. So that was a case of just admiring his work for a moment too long. They say we're at our most vulnerable when we land a punch. We don't. When you land one, you should have an exit route or a defensive strategy straight away.
It's all well and good taking one. You don't want to take one on the way out. Cornerman telling him to relax there, stay nice and relaxed, Hughes. So he's working well there when he is relaxed, and you can see the good punches are coming off when he is relaxed. Let's go. But Starkey's corner saying there to keep going forward.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know anything else, does he, Kaci? He just has that one function. But at least he's cleaned up his act a little bit. Like, he was dropping the head and he was hitting behind. That's kind of gone. And look, it's a little more. I'd have to say it's a cleaner fight now, isn't it? Oh, what a shot! Left hook, check hook by Gerard Hughes. Starkey, Ricky Starkey took that very, very well. Showed incredible strength there and a really iron, solid chin to take that left hook, because that was a serious punch. There was venom, power in that. Gerard Hughes just put the full force behind that body shot. It just missed it, but he threw it, and he threw himself off balance with that as well. Again, it kind of gives you an insight into the kind of fight that it is. It's just one of those unpredictable fights, but that was a good round from Gerard Hughes. Probably his best round so far in terms of the quality of his shots, and then he didn't take much in return.
A little bit more relaxed in that round. He wasn't as eager to stand and trade that round, and you could see it paid off. Really, really good round there, and the best round we've seen of his boxing skill, because he has so much boxing skill. So I'm delighted that we're getting to see.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, Kaci.
He's lucky that Starkey didn't throw a punch when he was on his way out there after that body shot.
Wonder about his conditioning. Like, he's marked as well under the left eye, so like, you know, Starkey is getting some punches through. He's having his success in the fight, not enough to win to be winning the rounds, but he's a tough, durable opponent. Not an opponent that he'd be looking to see again after tonight.
Second set, round 5.
Or share the ring with again, I should say.
Work on job, George.
Round 5 in this 6-round super bantamweight contest, which is about 55 kilograms. Hands up nice and high now, Gerard Hughes, and is, as Kaci was saying, oh, nice punch. A little more settled now in his performance and in his boxing ability. Holding now, so it's not where he wants to be. At close quarters doesn't suit Gerard Hughes in this fight. If he can keep it long, he's going to get a lot more success out of this opponent.
Come on, George.
Referee asking
You're getting sloppy.
the lads to listen to them.
Come on.
Oh, good job. He took the punch as well, though, hasn't he, Starkey? He's like really, he's a resilient, durable opponent. He's been stopped 13 times in his career, but he took some really good shots there now tonight and didn't show any. Never gave any kind of examples of being hurt or under pressure or dazed or concussed in any way. And they were big shots, but a bit of showboating going on now from the Liverpool fighter, the Merseyside. He's enjoying himself. I don't think Gerard Hughes is, but he is winning. He's well winning. He's winning all these rounds.
Let the hands go.
You can spar all you want as well, Kaci, but you need these fights to get you back into sharpness and back into good condition.
There's a big difference between your spars and your fights. And you're going in, you're just training. You might have had a normal day going in for a spar, but fights are different, especially when you have an opponent like that stood in front of you, hitting him with everything he has, and he still just keeps coming forward. But it makes for a great fight, good action-packed fight, even if it's not a clean bout that we might want to see. But no, Gerard really, really doing well these last 3 rounds.
Come on, George. Lovely.
Round 5 finishes. Gerard Hughes is in a tough fight, I have to say, and there's a lot of needle in the fight as well between his opponent Ricky Starkey. But there's only one, person winning this fight, and that's Gerard Hughes. He's winning the rounds. Starkey is going to have, if he wants to get anything out of this fight, he's going to have to come out in this last round and really produce something special. You know, has he got the ability to land a knockout punch, a stoppage? I don't think so. He's really enjoying himself though, and he'll probably put on a final round similar to the 5 we've seen before. All action, all gung-ho, but no real, what would you call it, substance, no real quality in his work. It's all rough, it's all ready, but not enough.
His fitness is definitely there, so I'd be interested to see how he finishes this off. Because he's fit, he's conditioned, and he keeps going forward, so I'm wondering, will he put a bit more power or a bit more aggression? You can see he's starting with aggression there. You can see even the aggressive look on his face. He's putting everything into those shots, Starkey.
He's got that mean look, hasn't he?
He does.
He's just got that look. He's like he's up for a fight. He's like, come on, let's have you.
Breaker! George, look for that uppercut. Come on.
Nice.
I can imagine this pair will be very sore tomorrow.
They'll be
Shoulders,
so sore.
necks, everything.
Yeah.
Pulling and hauling, because it does. It takes its toll on you. Might be tomorrow. Lovely jab there from Gerard Hughes. Good, crisp, accurate shot. And I think that is his most successful shot that he's thrown. His jab is consistent when he does throw it from that distance and when he times it properly.
Yeah, when he times it well, it drives the Starkey's head back. He just hasn't been enough of it. Like, he's been depending too much on the big right hook and left hook, you know. But sometimes you got to just go back to basics, and the basics are really the keys to unlocking any difficult opponent. The fundamentals, the feints, the jabs.
And you can see his feints even had so much success. Starkey was falling for them every time he feinted with the foot, feinted with the hand, and it was working. But just not enough of it.
Okay, so Eamon McGill is not happy. Referee Eamon McGill is having another stern word with Ricky Starkey, who is just, again, he's fallen back into that kind of like messy, rough and ready type of fight and altercation with Gerard Hughes. So Gerard, he just needs to be so disciplined. Like, you can't you can't control your opponent, but you can only control yourself and your own emotions, and you got to be, nice work. That's it, off the back foot. Like, you got to use the footwork. There needs to be more footwork. He's got lads in his corner there who are absolutely brilliant on their feet. Sean McComb, one of the best boxers in one of the best in Ireland, but one of the best in the world. He's ranked now in the top 10, I believe, in some of the world major governing bodies, and he's got brilliant footwork, you know. But maybe they're not working together for a long time, but that's something he needs to improve on.
Sean McComb trying to tell him something there when the gum shield came out, but I think he was too much in the zone to even look in that direction. But Sean telling him, there you go, that's what you need to work on, just stepping back a little bit and catching him off to the side. But I don't think he heard what Sean had to say. And that happens too. You get so engrossed in the fight, you're like a bull ready to come out of into the arena.
Yeah. Well, he's got a very animated bunch of fans here tonight as well, and that can obviously have an impact on your performance. Definitely. Too.
It can add pressure, or it can make you the best boxer you've ever seen. Just depends. But great to see the support for the local fighters as well, that they're getting the support and that they're getting the opportunities, because there was a time when there was no opportunities. But look at this place, it's packed out. Yeah. Really, really good venue, good place to be, and close to home for Gerard Hughes as well.
Yeah, very good. Ricky Starkey finishes just as he started. All action. All action.
Great entertaining fight now for fight number 2. That's 2 good fights in a row we've had.
Yeah, for sure. Win number 6 for, in our book anyway, win number 6 for Gerard Hughes. A great learning fight for him, a physical encounter, one that he will reflect on and improve from when he takes the learnings from it. But he'll move forward in his career, and it's great to see him back in the ring after being out for 10 months.
And certainly not an easy opponent to take on after being out for so long as well. So big well done to Gerard, and big well done to Ricky Starkey as well for taking the fight and putting up such a great fight.
Absolutely superb. Thank you, boys.
Okay, we're over to Kenny McDowell, the MC, for the official announcement of this Super Bantamweight contest.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, your referee from Belfast, Mr. Eamon McGill, has scored the contest 59-54 in favour of your winner tonight from Ballycastle, GERARD Hughes. And let's hear it one time for Ricky Starkey from Liverpool. Fantastic, Ricky. Thank you, son.
Kings Competitions, the original competitions company. From supercars to dream homes to life-changing cash. When you play with Kings, you play with the best. Kings Competitions, the originals, the only, the kings.
For just one moment, I have a very, very sad announcement to make tonight. If we could just have silence, please. It's a very sad announcement that we have to make tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as we pay homage to a young boxer, one of our very own, who very sadly died at the age of 25 years of age. I'm talking, of course, of Paul McCullough Jr., who very sadly died. Paul McCullough Jr. was a rising light heavyweight who carried on a proud family boxing tradition in Belfast, but very sadly died at the age of 25. The Irish Amateur Boxing Association confirmed. In an official statement, the IABA said it was saddened by the passing of McCullough, a Belfast-based fighter who represented both Ulster and Ireland during a decorated amateur career before later turning professional. The club where Paul worked, where he was developed as a young boxer, St. John Bosco Boxing Club, confirmed he passed away following a short illness in hospital, praising him as a true gentleman in every sense of the word, yet a formidable and powerful presence in the ring. McCullough boxed out of several clubs, ladies and gentlemen, during his development, including his family-run McCullough's ABC. He won his first recognized title in 2012 and later captured the Ulster Elite Heavyweight Championship in 2019. That year proved pivotal as McCullough represented Ulster High Performance in a competition against New York and earned selection to represent Ireland in the Euro Nations International against the Netherlands. Following his success in the amateur system, McCullough turned professional in 2020, ladies and gentlemen. Competing at light heavyweight, he recorded 2 professional victories, including a stoppage win on his debut before last boxing in 2021. Boxing was central to the McCullough family boxing lineage. Both his grandfather and his father were champion amateur boxers, with his grandfather later becoming a highly regarded coach. His father, as we all know, Paul McCullough, also served as a professional referee. Ladies and gentlemen, just at this time, if I could ask you all to please be upstanding and remain silent as we pay homage and respect as our timekeeper tolls the final 10 bells for Paul McCullough Jr. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You're a wonderful audience. Thank you for your respect. Thank you.
And we're here with Gerard Short Fuse Hughes. After a year out of the ring, you got 6 grueling rounds there. How does it feel to be back under the lights?
Feels good. It was tough. I needed that, mate. I need somebody that was going to come and test me after being so inactive. But I'm happy with it. A lot to work on. I need activity. That's that's the last 2 years of 2 fights. It's not good. So yeah, hopefully now I can be active and that's all I ask, just activity.
Yeah, there's a wee bit of ring rust there, and that happens to all fighters. As you say, activity is the key. You've linked up with Mark Dunlap. You're doing a joint partnership with Mark and Mick Conlon, so you're looking to be active. What are we hoping for in 2026?
Listen, activity. Mark's talking that there's a Commonwealth silver title opportunity coming up. So, listen, I would take that if the right opportunity presented itself and the right money and right show, count me in. But I want activity.
And we're going to bring in your cornerman of the night. It was Mr. Sean McComb.
Public Nations.
Okay. So Sean, you're on the other side of the ropes tonight. How did it feel working the corner of Short Hughes?
Yeah, it was good. Great performance. Look, Jared knew what he had to do tonight, and when he kept it simple at times, like we were just discussing before. He got most of his clean work off, and they won him the round. Much easier than wrestling with his opponent, you know what I mean?
So are we going to see more of this? Are you going to be doing more corners, or is this a guest appearance?
It's a guest appearance from Nags. They've still got a career to look after, Tommy. But and I know we've always discussed this in our journeys to and from Dublin over the years, and it's something that I would love to go into after boxing, but still a wee bit of a career left, so I'll keep pushing on and hopefully win a couple of more titles.
And were you happy with the cornermanship, or?
Yeah, to be honest, like I went out the first round and I was just wrestling with him. I was actually starting to get tired. And it was only when I went back in the corner in the third, and Sean says, "Don't wrestle. It's tiring you out." And that's what it was. I didn't tell him I was tired, but when I got the boxing him, it was a lot easier. So, but again, it's just inactivity. Do you know what I mean? If I can stay active, then fights become easier. So that's the plan.
Yep. So are you gonna have a short break, or are you going straight back to the gym after this?
I'm actually down to Craigavon tomorrow to do corners at Ulsters, and then I'll be back training on Monday. So back at it.
Brilliant.
Back at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gerard Hughes, your winner of the evening. Garmila Mailgat, back to you.
Okay, Sinné Honig with GERARD Hughes in I Ricky Starkey. So Shay Bouta and Shin the three nomade August Vian Bua Egg GERARD Hughes. Trade Anna Dakar Labrani Rabbi Shay. Anna Salach. You know, Shinakwi Nero GERARD Hughes a trader for couple me demi capum. So Tashay Rashanish the Isega Cadlatod La Dana Vega August. The interview Shin the Tambi Shay Anna Jarfok O GERARD Hughes the Isega Cadlat Kai Shay and August Tashay Giri. Nismo trade August event Nis active August egg chocolate high fish Shay. So Inta Ganchin, August Inta Clistral O Sean Comma will Shay Fosic trade August Ta career Fos Folk egg as a Dornálaíocht Comma. So trade Inta Ganchin, August Chak Susan up Ta Kyle Smith and I Jordan Grannum trade Ella Anna Inta August Spatial there. Shay Bouta the three nomade set Miachan super welterweight. August trade Inta Gatai Chak Susan to make Silga Morning show.
Please welcome to the ring, Jordan Grannum.
Locate the breath. See them old rich folks, I ain't the same as them. I'm young, black and hungry and my bones are dense. If I don't throw my hands up, can't pay the rent. Is this making sense? No silver spoon, I was made in ends. I just made the best out of a major stress. Addicted to the green from the age of 13. I was licking to the fiends from my turn 15. These became my friends. All missing a twin.
And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring tonight our very own from Cormoney, Kyle Smith. Well, ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 162 pounds even, boxing out of the red corner tonight, all the way from Islington, England. Would you please make him very, very welcome, wearing his very attractive red, black and white trim shorts. Please make him welcome to Newton Abbey tonight, the one and only Jordan Grannum. And ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 157 pounds, 6 ounces, boxing out of a blue corner tonight, wearing his black, white, and gold trim shorts. Please give it up for our very young from Carmoney, Kyle Smith! Oh, ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Ian McGill, will now give the boxers his final instructions.
I spoke to you before in the change room. Just get a good, clean fight and protect yourself at all times. Any questions? Let's get it on.
Here we go, Kyle Smith, fight number 3 in his professional career. This in the super welterweight division. His second time back here, teeter at the mill. We didn't see much of him the last time. His fight was over against Paul Cummings within the first few seconds of the first round, but he's up against a good opponent here, Jordan Grannum. It's a step up in opponent, and while he doesn't have the most impressive record of his last 4 fights, he's won 2, drew 1, so he's on a bit of a high at the moment and plenty of confidence. But this young 20-year-old from Glengormley, trained at the Holy Trinity Boxing Club in Belfast, is a huge prospect for the future, Kaci.
Oh, certainly big prospect for the future. Kyle Smith, he just recently won the Ulster Elite Championships as an amateur last year, so that was his last big accolade as an amateur before moving over to the pro ranks. So great to see him so young, starting off in the pro ranks and also taking good quality fights. I know Jordan Grannum doesn't have the best of records, but he is a tough, durable opponent, and seeing what he has done in his last 4 fights, drawing 2 of them, or winning 2 of them and drawing 1 of them. It's a tough opponent for Kyle Smith. Also, last time Jordan Grannum came to Belfast, he got a victory over Gary Arthur's upset in the Devonish. But, you know, for Kyle Smith to take it on, 20 years of age, he's confident and he has the skills to back it up.
Yeah, and you like to see that, you know, you like to see a young fighter believing in themselves, believing in their ability, and you're right, he is a cracking fighter. He could have stayed amateur and had a very successful amateur career, possibly even went to Olympic Games and maybe World and European Championships, but he knows what he wants. He wants the professional glory. He eats, sleeps and breathes the sport. He has a no-nonsense approach to training, very aggressive approach, puts a lot of work and effort into it, and he's looking very good here, albeit just under no real pressure. He's up to the 6 rounds already as well, which I think is good in only his 3rd fight. And you can see why he's thinking about the longer rounds already. He doesn't want to spend too much time hanging around the 4-round fights, and even with opponents, like you can see, this is a huge step up in terms of level. But I think it's important too, because you don't want to be. There is times where you can be in against opposition that just kind of bring you back a peg or 2, you know, but you need someone to kind of bring out the best in you, I suppose. Trained by Dan Boyle. Dan Boyle's going to be a busy man here now this evening. Also head coach of Colin Murphy, who's in a Commonwealth title fight here in the main event this evening. Very casual opening round, Kaci, but you'd have to say, based on the couple of jabs that were landed, Kyle Smith, unanimous.
Yeah, better round from Kyle Smith there. Nothing really in it, no major shots landed, but he was active with his jab, kept his punches going, and I think, yeah, definitely he took that round with him. But yeah, nothing major happening yet, but we still have another 5 rounds to go, so I'm sure the action will start to load.
Yeah, certainly talked about with a high regard in the boxing community, Kyle Smith, and somebody who is earmarked for big success. Made his debut on the undercard of Crocker Donovan's IBF World Title fight in Windsor Park last September. While he was way down the card that night on the undercard, he has said he has dreams and aspirations of coming back there one day and being the main event. So you have to admire his ambition.
It's great to have them goals, especially at such a young age. You know what you want. He's here, he's taking the fights, he's not going the easy route, and he's trying really, really hard, and he's doing well. You can see the difference in him from an amateur boxer. now progressing into professional boxing. You can see he's stepping with his punches a little bit more. He's not up on his toes as much, but still making good use of the amateur background that he does have, especially against a durable, tough opponent like this. It's not someone that you want to be standing toe-to-toe with. So good boxing and moving, good mature performance from Kyle Smith. I think we'll see him through an easy win tonight.
Yeah, that's very good observation there, Kaci. You can tell that he is settled down on his feet, no jumping around. He's quite close as well in terms of, like, you know, he's taking the center of the ring, moving, great head movement, relaxed. Ticking all the boxes so far. He has a big fan base as well, which I think always helps in this game. When you have a following, gives you that incentive to get up and train in the morning. You know that there's good backing behind you, good support, and it makes things a little bit easier when you know you've got good support in your corner. Mark Dunlop, managed fighter as well. Also another great man to have in your corner. Mark Dunlop's record is second to none as well in terms of what he has done for his fighters over the last number of years. Just edging in. It's still a very casual fight. There's still not a lot happening. Grannum is you can tell he's solid. He knows his way around the ring. Got a lot of very good skills. Got a good fundamentals, good balance, good foundation. So he's not going to take a lot of shots very easily. He's not going to ship a lot of punishment. So he's got a good, and he's in great shape as well.
Grannum actually has a really good amateur background as well. He boxed for his country, so he has a couple of national titles there as an amateur. So interesting to see why you might make the move. He could have potentially been a really good pro, have a great pro career, but interesting to see that he chose the journeyman route. Is that something that you think?
Well, maybe
decide, or?
Yeah. Well, maybe it's just something that he felt was more feasible for him and more value out of it in terms of like what options and opportunities were available to him. Perhaps they weren't, the same as what another young prospect might have in terms of having a good promoter, good manager behind you, and maybe he thought it was more beneficial to go down the route of a journeyman. But he's a very good journeyman, you can see that. But it probably the word doesn't really do him justice, because he is, as you said, a national champion of his own country, and you can't get there by being an average or mediocre fighter. So he's a top quality fighter.
He had 28 fights in 2025, so it's busy. It's almost maybe every second week for the year. More.
Yeah, and look, he has, as you said, he's 1-2 and drew 1 of his last 4, so he is causing upsets, you know what I mean? And there's no surprise, he's a winner. Anyone that becomes a champion of their country in the sport, they're winners. They don't take up this route in boxing to lose fights, even though they know that they're being used as stepping stones. Like, he'll make it very, very difficult for any fighter. And huge credit to Kyle for taking this opponent in only his third fight.
Very tough fight for him to be taken in his third fight, but it shows the potential that he has, that he does want to go and he does want to fight these boys, these men, and taking on a good, hard opponent there in Jordan Grannum. Sometimes I feel like he's holding back a little bit, because I have seen him going through the ranks. They're going through the gears. He steps it up when he wants to. We've seen that against Gary Arthur, that he did step it up when he wanted to. There was a little bit of conflict there, conversation, so he decided to step it up, and he got the win then against Gary Arthur. So if I was Kyle now, I'd be keeping my mouth shut. I wouldn't be upsetting him at all. But no, really, really good work from Kyle so far. Definitely taking the rounds comfortably.
It's very interesting there, like that observation that you said there, like, in terms of like, not, I suppose, poking the beast, but it will be interesting to see what Kyle actually does, because he has 6 rounds here. Does he want to make a statement? Would he like to take him out, or maybe even ask him some serious questions? But this really quality work, nice work from Kyle Smith. Like, he could win this fight very easy by just doing the simple things, and that means just jabbing and moving and staying long. But we know he's a big hitter as well, and he has proven that even in the amateur career, even in his amateur career. And you can tell there's the speed there as well he has in his hands. But as we progress through this fight, through these 6 rounds, I'd like to see Kyle Smith just up the ante a little bit.
He has so much to offer. I'd love for him to show his full potential, especially getting a first round stoppage in the last fight. You know, you really want to see what he is made of, and I know, because I come from the same club as him, what he does have to offer. So I'd love for everyone else to be able to see that as well and show that he is such a promising fighter.
And that's the Holy Trinity Boxing Club in Belfast we're talking about, Kaci, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, and it's a very famous club, world-renowned club, trained many champions, great coaches, great boxers, and there's a great family kind of unit there, isn't there?
Oh, there is, yeah. Everyone is for each other. Lots of support here from the club tonight as well for Kyle, but as there would be for anybody that is taking part in a big night like this. It's great to see the boxers going from amateur to professional, you know, winning titles as an amateur and then moving on to professional and still having the same support from the club, which sometimes you don't get, but with Holy Trinity we definitely support all the way.
Yeah, and that's it. Even the champions have been through the doors in the past. They've always come back and help out, and it's great to see that they don't forget where they've come from. Round 3, Kyle Smith, you could say he's in the driving seat now, but again, you know, not being asked a lot of questions yet by Jordan Grannum, 33-year-old opponent in this super welterweight division. That might be just the first glimpse there that Grannum just showed there of a little bit of vulnerability. He just took a back step there and just moved off. Perhaps just feeling the pace, you know, because if you think about it, like Kyle Smith, while he isn't doing a whole lot of work, he is dictating things because of his boxing IQ at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. Kyle Smith doing enough there and not overdoing it, not being greedy, as we've heard couple of coaches saying in the last couple of fights. Not being greedy, being mature with his performance, and despite only being 20, I know he wants to show that he is a mature boxer and fighter and that this is where he belongs. And sometimes it's easy to get caught up and, you know, you catch one shot, land one shot to keep going, make a statement, but there's no need.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, and that's the other thing we have to remember. He is only 20. He's still only 20 years old, so young. And, you know, you can pick, and even the opponent's a big, he's a solid opponent, not somebody that you can knock over very easily, or, you know, kind of get that kind of like those highlight reels, showcase reels from it, like for all your fans. And that's why there's a little bit of a subdued atmosphere in here, because the fight is of a particular quality. You know, he could pick somebody that he could just bulldoze over and get all the crowd shouting and jumping around, and you know, he could do that very easily, but he knows that what's he going to learn from that, what's it going to do for him. It'll look good for all his fans, but he's thinking about himself, he's thinking about his own career, he's thinking about the bigger picture.
That's it, you have to be selfish, especially in this game.
Round 4, 3 rounds to the good. Kyle Smith against Jordan Grannum. Hasn't been a lot happening in this fight so far, but there's certainly a lot of quality on display from both fighters, but more so in the Smith corner. From that orthodox position, Smith in the black shorts, black boots, moving the head, moving really well, very slick, only 20 years old, up against his opponent, 33 years of age. Good head movement and good distance as well from Kyle Smith. He's putting the shots together. There's no real power or venom in those punches. Perhaps he's just trying to take a little bit of energy away from Grannum before he goes for the big one. You see, there's the punches, they're fast, they're catchy, but he's not putting a lot of power strength. What's the reason for that, Kaci?
I think you have to give it to Grannum. He has great defense. Very little punches are landed, and he's got a good high guard, blocking, taking them on the gloves, majority of them. So he's not taking an awful lot of shots. And I'd say that's frustrating for Kyle as well. He's landed them on the gloves, but nothing landing. You can see there, good blocks, good shoulders, everything. He's not taking an awful lot of shots, but again, he has to be careful. He has another fight in Ireland next weekend, Grannum. So he's back in action next week, you know, according that everything goes well tonight. So he's making sure that he's not taking any unnecessary shots.
That explains exactly how he's boxing tonight. He's just there and he just wants happy enough to just get through the rounds. But I must say, Kyle Smith, third professional fight. He's looking so composed, so relaxed, and a real looks like a real professional fighter. It takes normally young amateur fighters who are turning over, it normally takes them a good couple, maybe 18 months to 2 years before you start seeing them settling down. But he made his debut only last September, and already you can tell that he's just made for the pro game.
Oh, definitely. You can see even the movements that he has. He's moving, he's able to time where the punches are going, the distance, so he's really, really good and looks confident and comfortable doing it as well, which is really hard. You know, he couldn't possibly be too confident going in there at such a young age, but he is, and he's doing amazing at it, so have to give the credit to him there. He's really, really good and adapting to the pro scene very well.
Yeah, standing southpaw now. Good backhand to the body. He's got really good foot movement, good boxing IQ. Another round in the bag for Kyle Smith. Not giving the fans anything to really shout and jump and roar about right now, but he's winning, and that's the main thing, and that's all that matters at the end. Round 5 coming up. Conor got to be very, very happy with him. But I get the sense that he'll want to put on a little more of a showcase, so don't be surprised if he starts turning the screw now in this 5th or 6th round. Can always be a bit dangerous as well, up against a quality opponent like that, you know. But this is a great learning fight for Kyle. Great learning fight.
Kyle's dad in his corner there as well. We were just having a conversation about your children going on and following in the sport that you're in as well. It must be tough watching his son in there, but must be so proud as well.
Yeah, Davy Smith, dad, and Dan Boyle, head coach, and cutman Dave Kavanagh from Dublin. A very good cutman indeed. He's got a great, good, solid corner there behind him. He's into round 5 now, looking comfortable, in good shape. No pressure so far. Hasn't really been caught with any real solid punches, anything of real significance. But then again, this fight has been fought at a very kind of long distance pace. Nice punch. Moving, he's boxing again. He's a change hitter, switch hitter. He's moving. He's in the orthodox position now, which just again shows the level of ability and his versatility to be able to box southpaw and orthodox at this young age, 20 years of age, so comfortably in only your 3rd fight as a professional fighter is a testament to his boxing schooling and his foundations through his development as a young boxer. Fans are looking for a bit more. Not sure Kyle is going to want to oblige. He's in the zone. He's doing it his way, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, he's definitely in the driver's seat. He's in control, and he's controlling the pace, everything in this fight. It's all done at his pace, not rushing anything. Completely different fight to the fight that we seen last time as well, which is what makes a great night. All different styles of
nice
fights.
Punch. Yeah. Nice punch. Yeah. He leaned back there and just threw a lovely same time right hand. It was a counter punch actually. Lean back right hand, and it was probably the best punch he threw of the fight so far because it knocked the head back of Grannum. A little more of that from Smith now would be nice. You can see he has that quality there, and you know he can move it up a level. You just know it's in him. He's like it's like a sparring session for him.
Looks like he's not even coming out of first gear. Nice.
Nice shots, but didn't go all the way through. Good comeback from Grannum. Punches were partly blocked.
Okay, work that job.
Mark Dunlop, I was speaking to his manager earlier in the evening, and he said he hopes to have him out 4 to 5 times this year, building on his great start to his professional career. But you know, this young guy is going to be very, very busy this year, and someone we're going to see a lot more of.
Great ring awareness there from Kyle Smith as well. He's moving around. He's just taken half a step back, just enough to get out of the way of Grannum's punches. So really, really good and good mature performance from him.
That's the word there that you used, which is incredible for a young man. He's very mature, very, very mature, disciplined, maturity, and you know, yes, his fans and all them can be calling for blood, but he's like, no, I'm going to be smart, I'm going to be disciplined, I'm going to win this fight against a good, solid, durable journeyman who has quality, who has very good amateur background, and I'm going to move on, and that's it. And to be fair, judging off his last fight when he blew Paul Cummings out of the water in the first round,
Corners, 10 seconds.
I kind of got the sense that he was like, well, that I didn't really learn much from that. I got nothing from that. And hopefully my next fight is going to be different.
Show more.
And it sure is. And we're getting to see a lot more of Kyle as well. He had a points win in his debut fight on the undercard of Crocker Donovan, as I said earlier. They need a quick stoppage, and now he's into his first 6-rounder, and he's in round 6 now, and he's looking so good in the driving seat, and he's up against an opponent who's won 2 and drew 1 of his last 4 fights and caused a couple of upsets as well, but does not look like he is even remotely close to causing any upsets here tonight. And he's scheduled to box again next week, as Casey said, and you get the impression that he's already thinking about that. He's already probably there in his head. He just needs to survive this last round without getting any serious injury or cuts or that all-important stoppage that most journeymen have to avoid if they want to stay on the road, because there's a mandatory 28-day rest. I think it's 28 days to a month. If you get stopped or knocked out in a boxer, perhaps maybe even 6 weeks. So for guys that are scheduled to box every 2 or 3 weeks, it's not ideal. That's nice from Kyle Smith. I'd like him to just do a little bit more of that catch and fire, stand close with the hands up high. You know, Grannum just landed, just threw 1 or 2 punches, hit the gloves, and then back came Kyle Smith with a left hook. I'd like to see a little more of that work, you know, catch and fire work. But he was caught with an uppercut there by Grannum. Smith shipped a left uppercut to the chin. Wasn't a lot of venom in it or a lot of power in it, but he was hit, you know, and that's why you have to remain careful from every second of every round.
Looking at Kyle in the corner there, he didn't even look very tired going into the 6th round. 6 rounds is completely different to what he would have been used to, but conditioning is good, so he's training hard. You can see that he really, really wants it. He was ready for the step up to the 6 rounds, and here he is still performing in round 6, not tiring, not slowing down at all.
Yeah.
If anything, maybe this is a little bit more of a high-intensity round. Started off a little bit faster.
Yeah, he's operating at an aerobic energy output here, and plenty of condition, plenty of stamina there, the way he's moving. He's in the zone, he's in his flow, lands some really good shots there in the inside. Just tippy-tappy type of shots. He's just happy enough to just kind of like learn on this job against a very good opponent, a solid opponent. But it looks good, looks slick. I would like to see a little more venom in the punches. I'd like to see him go for it a bit more. But, you know, he's probably thinking of the bigger picture. Good finish to round 6 by Kyle Smith. And that was a shutout victory. And I have to say, Dan Boyle looks very, very happy with that. And you can't blame him. Very good, polished performance. Flawless in some ways, you know. It's important for us not to get carried away, because, look, we have to acknowledge the opponent, and the opponent didn't really do a whole lot tonight. But that's not Kyle's fault, and that's not Kyle's responsibility. He had to do his job, and he'd done it so well and he never put a foot wrong tonight.
No, definitely.
But there's no doubt about it that the levels and the challenges for him are going to rise at a very quick rate, I think.
Oh, he's willing to take on any challenge that comes his way, and you can see that by taking on these opponents and doing well. And again, like I said, the mature performance that he's putting on, it shows that he's going to go an awful long way. But here's the referee's scores.
Over to McDougall now, Kenny McDougall for the official verdict.
Contest 60-54 in favour of the winner tonight from the blue corner, Kyle Smith. Let's show our appreciation one more time for Jordan Grannum. Well done, Jordan.
Jordan Grannum. Tá sin bhí sé bag Dornálaíocht acu, sé bag de tríóméid agus bhí an bua an sin ag Kyle Smith ina tríú tríd profisiúnta. Chnig bhid Dornálaíocht galánta, snasta agus Peicmú céthomá is atá sé ag déanamh agus é astratha ó Dornálaí amateur in is gotí Dornálaí profisiúnta. So anna bhá agus níl sé ach féthe bliana díos. So tá saoil anna fada aige sa Dornálaíocht profisiúnta agus tá méid súil go mór le feiscin céin áit a haon Kyle Smith agus é ag Dornálaí tá Mark Dunlop an sin mar promoter aige agus tá bringlódí móra ag Mark Dunlop chomá an bucalóg seo, so tá si mid cadatá rá aige le Tommy anis.
And we're here with Kyle Smith now, 3-0. Great to be back in your backyard, getting another win. How did you feel?
No, it was amazing. It was good to get 6 good rounds on my pelt because I only got the one the last time, so I really got a feel for the place tonight with a 6.
And you know, you had a dangerous opponent in there tonight. Jordan Grannum's been on a run of form, and the last time he was here, he picked up an upset victory. So it was all to play for. Did that go into your mind before the fight, or did he stay focused?
No, yeah, I knew obviously Jordan was a well-experienced professional fighter, and he has been on a good run recently. So yeah, it was a bit of pressure on myself to go out and perform, and I thought it back to the game plan. I'd done everything that was asked of me.
Yeah, and we're going to bring in your manager here, Mr. Mark Dunlop. Mark, are you happy with your latest charge? You looked very good in there tonight.
Personally, I thought it was 11 out of 10. No, Jordan's a tough cookie, and he boxed. He was told to go out, get the rounds, learn, try all the stuff that he's trying in the gym, and punch perfect, wasn't he? He was very, very good. Well done, kid, definitely, and he'll have you again very, very soon. There's no doubt about that. Straight back at it, like.
No, definitely, it was punch perfect. You looked class, looked very, very comfortable in there, and looked like a lot more mature and like more experienced. Even though it's only your third fight, 3-0. And you look like you've been in there, you know, you've been doing it for 10 years. So what would you like out of 2026 in terms of your career?
Activity. I want to be out. I would love to be out another 4 times this year at least. So like the other night I got a good 6 learning rounds from obviously fighting Jordan. So I want to get that 4 more times this year, and I only just turned 20 years, so I want to keep learning. I'm young, I'm still developing and growing, so I need to help me get to where I want to be in the future.
Definitely, and so the next thing would be up to 8 rounds, Mark. And I don't want to rush Mark, or Kyle, like he said, he's only 20. But how far away do you think we are from seeing him challenge for domestic titles?
Well, as I say, he is 20. If we're going to go around the steps of youth titles and things and he'll definitely be fighting for a youth title in June. But before then, we want to get a couple more 6 rounders in, because saying yourself, Tommy, there's no rushing when you're that age, and but as Kyle said, it's activity, and activity's everything. And obviously these young lads, they love the coin, don't they? So they're he wants paid, he wants out again as quickly as he can, but he's doing a brilliant job, and he's working, as you say, he's still holding down a job, and he's he's doing a great job. Him and Dan obviously really gelled well there, and very, very good, and his dad and he's doing a really brilliant job at the house league. So yeah.
So brilliant way to kick off the year. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I want to thank everyone that came out tonight. They're fucking amazing. You've seen the support that come, especially in the local area. They're all brilliant. They're all spending their hard-earned money coming to watch me fight. So I want a big appreciation to everyone out there that's come out to support.
And I just want to apologise for Kyle's language there, but
you can take the boy from Carmoney, but you can't take the Carmoney from the boy.
And with that, back to you, Gormal.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our special attraction tonight in the welterweight division. Please welcome to the ring from Newark, Conor Meanwell. Gentlemen, please welcome to the ring from Belfast, HIJJAH McMahon. weighing in at 157 pounds even, boxing out of the red corner tonight, wearing black trim shorts with white pitbull waistband. Make him very welcome tonight, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Newark, the one and only Conor Meanwell. And ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 154 pounds, 6 ounces, boxing out of the blue corner tonight, wearing the magnificent gold, trim, and white and diamond shorts. Ladies and gentlemen, from Belfast, please give it up one more time for HIJJAH McMahon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this welterweight division is short. 6 by 3-minute rounds. Eamon will now give us final instructions.
Go further on the change rooms. I want a good, clean fight. Any questions? Touch gloves.
Second side.
Here we go. And this is the penultimate bout of the evening. HIJJAH McMahon in the welterweight division in his 6-round contest versus Conor Meanwell. Conor Meanwell from the UK, nicknamed the Pitbull because he fights like a tough, strong Pitbull. He is the opponent that Kyle Smith had his debut against in Windsor Park, and Kyle Smith obviously winning that fight on points, but he's a tough opponent. HIJJAH McMahon, 4-0, 25 years of age, going in his 5th fight, has big plans this year. The Jay Byrne promoted boxer. He's hoping to be back out very soon. He's glad to get off to an early start this year, and has big plans and aspirations to finish out this year, perhaps with a title, and he's looking at main events as well. So big ambitions from the young McMahon, you have to say, Kaci.
Oh, definitely. And you can see he's good, strong punches. Everything he's thrown with a bit of force and intent. Nothing is just clawed out, as we've been saying, active jabs. But he's really trying to put a dent in every single shot that he has here. But good, clever boxing there as Conor Meanwell rushes in.
Yeah, it's really been a very good, positive start from HIJJAH McMahon. Really good quality. I've commentated on most of his fights. Real looking malice in his punches. He means business, and I've been very impressed with what I've seen over the last number of fights, and he's certainly one that has a very good future in the game if he can keep developing the way he is. Just caught with a big kind of a pawn right hand. There's no real power in it, but again, got to be on guard at all times against this rough and ready opponent. Oh, good punch, good work from HIJJAH McMahon. Really good right hand over the top, and he's not. He hasn't started at a casual pace here. He's gone really for it. He's putting a lot of effort, a lot of venom into those shots. He's dictating the fight as well. He's dictating the rounds, pushing his opponent back, and looks very relaxed. Big 1-2, just hitting the gloves. The power drove his opponent back though, and back comes Meanwell, but nothing of real substance. End of the first round, and that's an easy HIJJAH McMahon win for the first round.
Easy round for HIJJAH McMahon there. Conor Meanwell, a very experienced fighter again, 39 fights, but in his 36 losses that he has on his record, he's actually only been stopped 6 times. So good, really good, promising start there from HIJJAH. He did hurt Conor Meanwell there with a couple of punches, so it'll be interesting to see now how the next couple of rounds go. There is another, obviously, 5 rounds left to go, and if he's hitting him with good quality shots at the minute that look like they're having a bit of effect, I'm interested to see how the next 5 go for him.
Yeah, for sure. McMahon came out of blocks in that first round, all guns blazing. D. Walsh in his corner, head coach again, along with D. McComb.
Corners, 10 seconds.
He's up against the series. I think it's good management, good matchmaking here by his manager, because Conor Meanwell is a good opponent. He's a solid opponent, and without a doubt the best opponent that HIJJAH McMahon has faced so far in his career. But the start and the energy and the aggression in the first round from HIJJAH suggests that he may be looking to get something out of this fight down the line. And what I mean by that is he might be looking at trying to bring that impressive journeyman record that Meanwell has. He would love to make a statement here tonight, HIJJAH, wouldn't he?
It'd be great for him to make a statement, especially because so many of the Irish fighters up and coming up at the same time around as HIJJAH, same weight divisions. There's been a couple of them that fought against Conor Meanwell here. We've had Oisin Dunlop, Kyle Smith, and then also John Boyd, who's in the corner with HIJJAH there as well. So yeah, it'd be good for him to maybe get a stoppage win, just show the level that he's at. There's a good couple of up and coming prospects around that weight division, so again, they need to do everything they can to show that they're just one step ahead of the next, because so many people looking for that spot.
Oh, just slightly borderline. Was it borderline? Yeah.
Come on, HIJJAH, work that job.
Good respect there between the two boxers. He knew himself that he hit him low.
Yeah. I didn't think it was that low, but I give him the benefit.
Lovely, HIJJAH. Keep him there.
But he's looking so composed and so relaxed. Made his debut in November 2024 with a points win over Octavian Grati from Romania. And all of his fights since then have been points wins. No stoppages on his record yet, HIJJAH, but he would love to change that tonight. But he's looked good in all of his fights, and I've liked what I've seen. His footwork is very good. His timing and his distance pretty good. He's sharp. He's looking on point here tonight.
And smiling through it all.
Yeah, and that's very important too, to enjoy what you're doing, isn't it?
What do they say, a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter?
Yes, that's it. And he looks to be very, very dangerous now tonight. And good footwork, good movement.
Again, looks comfortable, confident, with only 4 fights under his belt, coming into his 5th one here now. So really adapting to the pro scene as well.
Yeah. There's just something about him. He's definitely raised his game up, even from the last time I've seen him box and have commentated on his fights. He's improved immensely. Just his footwork, his reading of his opponent, and his timing, his evasive skills, very, very good. I'm very impressed. I know it's only round 2, but you know, Conor Meanwell is having a very, very difficult challenge on his hands. You can see he's not happy. He's not looking he's not looking like he's enjoying himself at all, and his face is quite marked up already at the end of the second. Good work. Good strong finish to round 2 by HIJJAH McMahon. Another one in the bag, Kaci.
Another one in the bag. Good. It's great for him to show how the talent that he has. And again, like we said, since the last time that we commentated on him, he has come on an awful lot. So it's great to see that they're all improving and getting better as they go along. They're all on this long journey of trying to become the best. And he's doing a really, really good job. I'm glad to see him doing really well.
Yeah, has big plans, as I said, for this year. He'll probably give Jay Byrne a headache because he wants to top his own shows, and he wants to be the main event, and he wants to get titles. And that's the kind of headache you do want as a promoter and a manager of a fighter. You know, you want them to be ambitious, and you want them to be dreaming big, and of course he has every right to, because like I'm seeing a lot of quality here in front of me. Okay, granted his opponent is like, you know, he's still, he's no world beater, but still he's a solid opponent, and he's doing a very good job with him here.
I like the way he's not predictable, so you never know what he's going to throw next. He was sidestepping there for a while, then he was standing in close, then keeping good distance management. So he's able to do it all, and he's really showcasing it. And we're only into the 3rd round, so good to see. And another three rounds to go, so good to see what he has to offer as well. Great support as well. The crowd is going mad for HIJJAH McMahon, and that's why he is the main event or the special event for tonight.
Yeah, co-main event. Yeah, definitely has a very good fan base as well, and he has a very fan-friendly style. Back comes the pitbull, Conor Meanwell. Landed a good overhand left. Didn't land flush, but definitely done enough to command the respect of HIJJAH McMahon. Oh, just slightly rolled the ankle there, Conor Meanwell. That's a sore dose when it happens. Overhand right again from Meanwell. HIJJAH McMahon needs to be careful. Needs to be very, very careful. Good body shot. HIJJAH McMahon, adopted Irishman, born in Reading, Berkshire in 2001.
Definitely hurt there, Conor Meanwell, after that shot. Good right uppercut by HIJJAH McMahon, and I think the legs of Conor Meanwell went a little bit there. He got a little bit of a fright, but interesting to see how he'll recover from that one.
It will be interesting. You know, when you're in a fight, it's hard enough without other things going against you. HIJJAH McMahon is just really stepping it up here now. Born HIJJAH Omar Abdul Karim in Reading, Berkshire in the UK in 2001. Based Belfast now, and he is an adopted Irishman and has adopted a very Irish name in McMahon. So he's winning over a lot of fans. He's got a fan-friendly style, as we said, and he's an exciting prospect, one that you really enjoy watching because he goes about his business with real intent and real menace, but he also has the goods and the skills to back it up. Meanwhile comes forward. The pitbull is trying everything in his power, but just missing the mark.
Come on, HIJJAH.
HIJJAH smiling, calling him on, a little bit of showboating. Needs to just stay focused on the job at hand. 3 rounds to the good. Yeah, 3 rounds to the good, Kaci. Showed some good evasive skills there. Doesn't want to get involved in the showboating because, you know, he has a job to do and he needs to stay focused because the opponents like this will want to bring you down into their type of style of fight, messing, dragging and make it scrappy, but that's not going to suit McMahon. So I think if he can remain disciplined and stick to his boxing, then it could be a shutout victory.
I think it is a very disciplined performance there from McMahon. He is keeping it long when he needs to, but then also stepping in when he has to as well. So he is following instruction from the corner. Again, interesting to see John Boyd there. He's also boxed this man in, Conor Meanwell, so he knows what to expect. But then again, it's boxing. You never know what each day is going to bring, what each round is going to bring. But no, very, very good from McMahon. And he looks fresh as ever as well as we go into the 4th round.
Yeah, halfway there. He's in the driving seat. I would like him to just show a little more feints, a little bit, because Conor Meanwell is throwing a lot of shots, swinging a lot of shots wildly and missing the mark. So I would like the HIJJAH to try and make him miss the mark, but counter when he misses. And if he can, maybe he can counter on those sweet spots and land those punches flush to the body and the head, and maybe, who knows, possibly an early night for Meanwell and a statement performance for HIJJAH. The face of Conor Meanwell is all marked up all around the right side, across the forehead. He's taking a lot of punishment. Tried hard to get some success, but he gets too close. He smothers his own work. He doesn't seem to have good accuracy with his shots. He's kind of in on top of HIJJAH before he lets the punches go. Again, smothering his work. This is good work, good counter work from HIJJAH McMahon. Really good work, packing the body now, dropping them downstairs. Looking very, very comfortable. Meanwhile, Conor Meanwell is blowing heavy as well. He's looking like he's feeling the pace. Come back with a left hook there. More ambitious than anything else. Again, hands up for how he's blowing. Seems to be blowing Kaci, looking like he's under a bit of pressure condition-wise.
He is. He's tiring out here. We're only in the 4th round. We still have another 2 and a bit to go. But there he rushes in with the flurry, but no punches. So, but HIJJAH there looking very, very fresh, as I said. He seems like he's in the driving seat. He's comfortable where he is. And he's just picking his shots. And he has good accuracy with those shots that he is throwing. But, of course, Meanwell there looks like he is tiring. Shots are slowing down. If there is many shots, there's not throwing as many as he did at the start, but maybe trying to land that big one that we've seen him trying to throw, swinging wildly, because you know yourself, those ones are the ones that count, especially when it comes down to this late in the fight.
Well, Conor Meanwell is actually showing a little bit of vulnerability there, and he's showing a bit of weakness too. He's actually showing that he's in trouble. He's blowing heavy and visibly as well in front of his opponent. So I think this is the type of time for HIJJAH McMahon to really capitalise on this. He really needs to push forward. You know, you got to see, you got to be able to read a fight, read an opponent, read the round, and see that his opponent is struggling. You know, he is pushing, he's breathing, and he's oh, very good uppercut from HIJJAH McMahon. That's brilliant. Now carry on, carry on. He needs to carry on with these shots. Very, very good elusive work, but he just needs to come back with something. I think if he can manage to counter on these shots while his opponent is missing, there's a very good chance he could take him out. Doesn't look to be in any way troubled by his condition like HIJJAH I'm talking about. He seems to be in great shape. He looks like he can go to another level.
He's fit. It looks like he could definitely step it up to maybe an 8-rounder the next time.
Yeah.
This is 6 rounds. He definitely could move on to an 8-round. He's comfortable and in control while he's in there. Also picking shots, good shots, and careful with what he's throwing as well. He's not throwing caution to the wind when he lands a good shot there. He landed a really good uppercut there. He didn't rush in straight away for another one. He kind of stayed on the back foot. That's where he landed that good shot.
Yeah.
So instead of rushing back in, I know we would probably like to see, and the fans might like to see a stoppage there, but from a mature point of view, maybe from his corner's point of view, they want to see how he can just pick them punches and not end up rushing in and spoiling a fight, or possibly getting himself into trouble by doing so.
Yeah, no, he's doing a good job. He's doing a very, very good job. But he's, you know, as a professional fighter, you're always looking for that first knockout, that first stoppage, and I think there's a very good chance that it can happen here tonight, especially with the fact that he hasn't got one already. But you're right. This is a 6-round fight. If he wants title fights, it will be an 8-round fight. So he will be going in. He's definitely heading in that direction, and maybe even a Celtic title later in the year over 8 rounds.
Speaking to Mark Dunlop, his promoter there earlier, he said that even though he doesn't have any knockouts on his record, that he has no doubt that he would be able to knock people out, but it just hasn't had the opportunity yet and has just gone the distance with his points.
Yeah.
But again, as we can see, he definitely does seem to have the power.
He does.
To get a knockout. So interesting to see where he'll go, or if he'll step it up as we head on into the later rounds. 5th round here.
Yeah, I agree. I think when he throws his shots, he throws the body. He puts the body behind the punches. So just a little more accuracy, a little bit more just timing, and yeah, he could land that flush one.
Very entertaining fighter, though. It's a great watch. He's something different. He's not the same as just every other boxer, as you said, the elusive movement he has. He's moving against the ropes. He's got the whole side steps going on. He's got the good footwork, the accuracy while he's moving back, and the distance management. So it is fun to watch, and it's something that the crowd want to watch. And you can hear the support that he has here as well. And in such a stacked weight in Ireland, even, you need to stand out a little bit. You know, everyone can't just be hitting their 4-0s, 5-0s targets. You need to make yourself a little bit different, and I think HIJJAH McMahon here is actually doing so. He's making himself look like a showman. He's doing a little bit of dancing, a little bit of bobbing and weaving, and showing that he's not just a come-forward fighter, or he's not just a back foot boxer. He can do the lot, and he's making a really good job of that.
Yeah, no, he's doing a good job for sure. Yeah, and he has got, you're right, he has got some very good reactive skills, but he'd like, you know, if he could just jump back in there and look, I mean, he's showing a lot of respect, which I think is important as well. Like, because he could actually be all over his opponent there when his opponent is missing, or unfortunately having a little slip and rolling his ankle, etc. But you know, HIJJAH has been very respectful, allowed him to get back in the fight. So, no, it's a good performance from him. It's definitely a big improvement as well.
Credit to his opponent as well, Conor Meanwell there. Looks like he has good power and packs a punch there. There he
very
caught while
good
he was
jab.
talking there.
Yeah.
But does look like he has power, but just not given the opportunity to land them there with HIJJAH. He's just too quick, too slick and too fast for him at this given time.
Yeah, if he could tighten up his defence now and just maybe stand with his opponent a little bit, because I don't think there's a lot of energy left in his opponent, and then maybe start targeting the body. He looks like, you know, it looks like the tank is running on empty. He's in the red, Conor Meanwell. So, you know, this is a good moment in the fight to put the hands up, start pushing forward or walking forward and land those big shots, because he's got very good reactive skills as well. HIJJAH. There you go, that's the body shot.
Great opportunity for him now.
He smells it. He smells his first early stoppage in his professional career, but just
saved by the bell
saved by
there,
the
Conor
bell.
Meanwell.
Yeah.
Great shot though from HIJJAH, and great to show there the punch that we were looking for. Maybe a stoppage, but you know, we still have another round left, so will he target the body? We don't know. But again, he went for it straight away, but then didn't go for it afterwards again. He got back into his shape and then went trying to pick off his shot again, the same one that he landed. So interesting to see now going into the 6th.
Yeah, and it was that body shot, wasn't it? Like, you know, we said that he's looking like he's blowing, and the body shot got him. Maybe the last round now, he just needs to put the hands up a little bit, just push him back and maybe let those shots go and go to him from the start of the 6th round. Don't let him settle. This guy is he's been blowing since the end of the 3rd, and I know HIJJAH wanted to make statements this year, and I think if he can go and take his opponent out here now in this round, it will be a statement, a massive statement in his career.
Second take, 6th, final round.
Last round here. Interesting to see how this one goes.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, he's got the right tactics right now anyway. Standing in front of him.
Not up on his toes now. He's stepping, inching forward, looking to get in range for that body shot.
Yeah, needs to push forward now. Needs to continue on. That's it. Change it up. Try not to be too predictable. Keep switching it over. Left hook to the body, jab upstairs, backhand to the body, and if you can keep moving and switching up the shots like that, it may well come from. It's a good opponent for him, isn't it? It's a good
It is a
matchup.
good opponent for him. Great match. The two of them, really, their styles complement each other, so there's no messiness in it. It's all clean boxing. There's no holding, pushing, shoving, anything like that. So the two of them are getting to show their own styles, which are, you know, I'm sure Conor Meanwell didn't get his name the Pitbull for no reason.
But I think Conor Meanwell's style is actually complementing HIJJAH McMahon's style more, so it's allowing him to showcase his skills.
Definitely. It's bringing out the best version of HIJJAH McMahon there. Sometimes when you're looking for that shot, it'll never land, and it's when you're least expecting it that it will land. So
yeah, Conor Meanwell's face is really marked up so much. He's taken a lot of punishment. He's a tough man. I think he's shaking off the effects of that body shot now.
I think so. Over 2 minutes of recovery there he would have had.
Oh, that was another lovely left uppercut to the body by HIJJAH, and if he could just put in 1 or 2 more of them. He's got just over a minute left in this last round. Crowd are getting behind him. They're calling for him. They want him to go all out. Very comfortable for HIJJAH now, isn't it? Just like he's just seen out this.
Plain sailing. He has all the other rounds in the bag, and he knows he doesn't want to get caught with the stupid shot as well, which we've often seen. Last round you could be up on all the scorecards and then just one silly shot and everything's over.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of boxing.
Yeah. No, but yeah, no, you're right. He's been brilliant tonight, and I have to say, been very, very good. I will look forward to seeing him again very soon. And
definitely a name, I think, from tonight that will stick out in a lot of people's minds. HIJJAH McMahon, he's the diamonds on his shorts, the gold, the black. He came with all the dance moves, and he backed it up as well. So really, really good performance, and I think we'll hear a lot more of HIJJAH McMahon going forward.
Shin 8. Very good performance from HIJJAH McMahon. Probably the best performance I've seen of his career. And I have to say, every time I've seen him in the ring, improved every single time. But this, without a doubt, has been his best victory, his 5th win. And we're over to Kenny McDougall now for the official verdict of this welterweight 6-round contest.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, just before we announce the winner tonight, could we please show our appreciation one more time for 2 fantastic boxers here tonight? Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee from Belfast, Mr. Ewan McGill, has scored the contest 60-54 in favour of the winner from Belfast, HIJJAH McMahon. And let's show our appreciation one more time, please, for Conor Meanwell. Come on. Thank you, Conor.
Kings Competitions, the original competitions company. From supercars to dream homes to life-changing cash. When you play with Kings, you play with the best. Kings Competitions, the originals, the only, the kings.
We are here with our winner, HIJJAH McMahon. Great performance, a good 6 rounds under the belt.
Yeah, I was happy with it, Tommy. It was a good performance, tough opponent, but everything worked. Everything I worked on, it worked, you know what I mean? That was everything I envisioned, so yeah, I'm happy with it.
You're getting better and better every time I see you box, and I would say that's probably your best performance to date. Would you say the same?
Yeah, I'd agree, 100%. And I said the Irish boxing yesterday or the day before they asked me about it, and I said it would be my best performance, and I'm just happy I was able to do what I said I was going to do.
Yeah, it was a great performance, very classy. You threw some incredible shots, and in the 3rd round, was it? You almost got him out of 4th. Yeah. I feel the ref could have gave it a knockdown, but you're putting the shots together really nice. Is that what you've been working on in the gym?
Yeah, it was everything I was doing in sparring. It was I knew it would work tonight, and I heard him bob with a body shot, and he told me in there. I knew he was hurt, and I thought he was going to go down, but he's a tough lad, and don't know if he's been stopped before, and if that's the closest it came to it. So yeah, I'm happy. I was happy to get the 6 rounds, and yeah, my shots came together lovely, and it was dangerous tonight. Yeah.
So is that your second 6 rounder?
Yeah, second.
So would you be looking to move on to an 8 rounder next?
Yeah, definitely. But I'm ready for whatever. I'm always fit. I'm always training. So yeah, Jay, we're gonna work something out. But I'll be out again soon, maybe 8. Well, we'll see what happens. But I'm ready for whatever.
Yeah, from what I can see, you're getting better and better, and I think you're ready to step up. What are you looking for in 2026?
I was saying already, but yeah, it's out there. I would love to headline a show up here, maybe back end of the year, maybe a title. Just to keep enjoying the journey, to be honest. It's a blessing to be able to do this, so thank God every day I'm able to do it, and I love every bit of it, so let's keep it going.
Good stuff, very, very good tonight. Gormila Mayogat, back to you.
Okay, Sin HIJJAH McMahon and I Conor Meanwell. So bhí an bua ag HIJJAH McMahon an sin. Trid eile sé bauta. HIJJAH McMahon ó Bill Ferriste and I Conor Meanwell ó New Arc. Trid ítach an sin ó Bert Dornálaíocht honnig man HIJJAH McMahon an sin bhí sé anna stílis agus ag Tráchtaireacht. Sin a cuaigú trid agus mar dúirt mé féin agus Eric ceapan go bhfuil sé sin an chuí is fear a honnig muid HIJJAH agus ag Dornálaíocht. Tá sé fáil níos fear agus ag Dornálaíocht gach ile ór agus sin cadtá tú géirí feicáil nar tá na Dornálaíocht ar fad ag teacht agus ag Dornálaíocht in an career atá acu. So yeah, ítach le feiscáil bhfuil sé ag déanamh anna agus bhí sé chomh compórdaach isteach an sin. Tá sé an ítach le feicáil na Dornálaíocht agus iad chomh compórdaach agus an confidence atá acu agus iad isteach sa fáinne sin. Bhí sé ag dausa, bhí sé tíbhaiste agus beag na chuir sé síos Conor Meanwell go dtí an bholog an sin dúran ítach opacha anna an sin don bholog agus beag na fuair sé ach mar dúirt saved by the bell. Anna idir an birth acu sin. Anis, tá trid a bháin eile agan don ihe agus sin an main event. Colm Murphy and I SALEH Kassim. Seo an trid is mó anocht agus tá sé le high vacant Commonwealth Featherweight Championship title anocht agus sin an belt an sin an Chris Keiko Allen is atá sé sin. Colm Murphy tá anna ag a lándaoine air tá sin anna spatial agus ag taxús cho óg freisin. Níl sé ach fithe sé is as Bill Ferriste tá 5 trid aige agus níl sé cáilte go fáil so the 5 knockouts aige agus tá a lán rud aige. Fecin with inis tá an trid is mó ag taxús.
Of the evening, brought to you by Mr. Mark Dunlop for MHD Promotions in association with Pat McLean, Arcane's Competitions, Kiltulla with Kingsway Contractors. For the vacant Commonwealth Featherweight Championship scheduled for 12 by 3-minute rounds. Ladies and gentlemen, our Commonwealth Boxing Council Championship officials tonight. Commonwealth Representative Mr. John Gray. Commonwealth Boxing Council Supervisor Mr. John Williamson, MBE, Belfast. Your referee tonight, Mr. Rhys Carter from Wales. Timekeeper, Jonathan McWilliams from Belfast. Our judges at ringside tonight, Mr. Hugh Russell Jr., Belfast. Mr. Phil Edwards, England. And Mr. Howard Foster, England. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our officials a big round of applause, please. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome to the ring, boxing out of the red corner tonight, from Zanzibar, Tanzania, Saleh, the King, Kassim. Ladies and gentlemen, just before I announce COLM, I would like to also make you aware tonight of our Commonwealth Secretary. Unfortunately, couldn't be with us tonight, Miss Debbie Downs. Can we give her a big round of applause, please? Thank you. Due to circumstances, thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the former Boxing Union of Ireland Celtic featherweight champion, the former Boxing Union of Ireland former Irish Super Featherweight Champion, the former EBU European Silver Featherweight Champion, the former Commonwealth Silver Featherweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring, from Belfast, COLM, the Posh Boy Murphy! Ladies and gentlemen, our contest tonight in the featherweight division, scheduled for 12 by 3-minute rounds, being televised live by TG4 Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, weighing in yesterday at 124 pounds, 8 ounces, all the way from Zanzibar in Tanzania, boxing out of the red corner tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with a very impressive blue and gold frill trim shorts. Please make him very welcome here in Northern Ireland tonight, SALEH, the King, Kassim. And ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 125 pounds and 6 ounces, boxing out of the blue corner tonight, wearing black and trim shorts tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please give it up one more time for our very own, the Posh boy from Belfast, COLM, the Posh boy, Murphy. And ladies and gentlemen, your referee Reese will now give us final instructions to the boxers.
Right, gentlemen, we've spoken. Keep it clean. Listen to me. Defend yourself at all times. Good luck. Shake hands.
Here we are for the main event of the evening, the Commonwealth Featherweight Championship between Colin Murphy and SALEH Kassim. 12-round encounter scheduled here for the vacant Commonwealth Championship. Colin Murphy in the black and purple shorts versus Kassim in the white shorts from Tanzania, Zanzibar in Tanzania. Never tasted a stoppage victory, never been stopped, but he's never tasted victory outside of his own country. Colin Murphy 15-0 at the moment, undefeated in his unblemished career, and 4 titles to his belt as he lands a lovely left hook there. Recently picked up the EBU silver title. He's won the Commonwealth silver, the Irish title and the Celtic title, and he's hoping that this will be his biggest title of his career so far, and if he can come through tonight, it will be, as he heads then towards a massive career opportunity on the 14th of March against John O'Carroll in the Tree Arena in Dublin, where he will step up in weight to the super featherweight division to fight John O'Carroll for the vacant IBO world title. At only 26 years of age, the world seems to be this young kid's oyster, and he's off to a very positive start here in this fight. Kaci, how are you reading it so far?
It's off to a great start here, but his opponent, Salim Kassim, you have to give it to him. He's here to put up a fight as well. He's here to make his mark. You can see he's never won a fight outside of his country, but those punches look like they pack a punch, definitely.
Yeah, he's got a very good jab on him and knocked Colin Murphy's head back there, so he's got the skills for sure, and a pretty decent record. While it may not be as impressive as Colin Murphy's, he's still got a very good record, and he's won 3 of his last 5 fights. So he's here, he's confident, and he's pretty sure that he's going to be in with a shout at taking this belt home. But Colin Murphy is riding the crest of a wave in his boxing career so far, boxing so well, and he's been in some real humdinger fights already in his career, plenty of rounds in the bank. He's had 2 cracking fights with Liam Gaynor, one for the Celtic title in 2022 and one for the Irish title in 2023, winning on both occasions. He'll need a new cabinet for all the belts that he has stacked up this early in his career, Kaci. But definitely a headache you want in your house, in your household, looking for a household item to hold all them jewels.
He's so eager, and it's so good to see as well. So young, but knows exactly what he wants, and he's going in the right direction for it. He's not making any big assumptions on what he wants. He's going by step, and he's taken all the titles in his stride, which is great to see. It's not like he's just aiming world title shots straight away. He's come through, he has all these accolades, as they mentioned before he stepped into the ring, and now he is en route to a world title, providing all goes well tonight.
Yeah, and it's a very good positive start from Colin Murphy. Shipped a couple of punches there, but no real took no real impact off them. Like, his head was knocked back a couple of times, which just shows the capabilities of Kassim. He can hit the target. He just needs to put a little bit more power and venom into his shots if he wants to get anything back from them. Colin Murphy, fair to say, you'd give him the first round, but sometimes when Colin Murphy boxes, he's kind of upright and he's very open, and he's kind of like, okay, you hit me and I'll hit you, and it's like fair game. As a if you were his corner man, you'd be telling him just to kind of drop that chin a little bit, just tighten up a little bit.
Because he has beautiful boxing skill, and you can see that he does everything punch perfect. He leans his head over to the side, he's not too far, he shifts his weight perfectly in his feet. That you can see he works very, very hard to get to where he is today. But no, I think the good boxing there in that round is what stole the round for him. So hopefully we see more of that. But interesting to see what Kassim comes out with in this round, probably knowing that he is one round down.
No, it doesn't need to be in there, Murphy. Just needs to keep it long. He has those long levers and he's a lot of power as well. He's a very physical boxer. He's got great durability, great conditioning. He's a fitness fanatic, so he just sometimes goes in and squares up to his opponents, and it's almost like gunslinging in there, you know. So it's sometimes it's a toss of a coin when you go that close. You just like to be a little more careful and meticulous with your work. Crowd getting behind Murphy here. Great fan base, always exciting, always entertaining fights.
Sometimes I think he likes to keep it a little bit close just to give the entertainment that you need, but he invites them in, like you said. But no, really, really good from Murphy so far. He is trying to keep it as clean as possible, but Kassim trying to break down that distance there, as you can see. But Murphy working the jab there, and then he's caught him with a couple of good right hands over the top.
Yeah, he just goes about his business all the time. He got caught with a punch there. He doesn't want to be in there, just standing square in front of his opponent. And these are the kind of things, these are the slight little kind of discrepancies in Colin Murphy's style. And Kassim is actually, he's showing him, he's highlighting him here now. So again, this is a very good opponent in front of him. He needs to be so smart. He's very strong as well. Like, they're really going for it there, Murphy and Kassim. What a start to this Commonwealth title fight. Tight defense now from Murphy, bringing the hands up. Good left hook from Murphy. Kassim took that and then grabbed as well, which kind of suggested that maybe he felt that, and it wasn't that nice.
Come on, COLM! Push off that jab.
Very lively start to this encounter. Half minute to go in the second round. No settling in, no easing in to this fight at all. Both fighters gone straight for it. Murphy having most of the success, probably having the lion's share of the success so far, but getting clipped too. And Kassim just keeping him respectful and humble in the fight.
Very high intensity, high level of boxing there for a fight that's going to take place over 12 rounds. Interesting to see, have the two of them got the fitness? We know Murphy has a lot of fitness, and we can see that from his previous fights that he's been in wars, and he's still able to keep going. But to do 12 rounds of that type of boxing, and also being in a clinch, it does take a lot of your energy out of you as well, Eric. So I'm looking forward to seeing which one of them tires first, if any.
Yeah, well, there you go. You see, there's just that lifting the chin up slightly, Colin Murphy. And it's an area that needs to be worked on, because like when he stands in front of you throwing the shots, we talk about in boxing language, we say take your head off the line, so move the head when you're throwing the punches. And sometimes Colin Murphy doesn't do that all the time. He's not consistent with it. I'm pretty sure Dan Boyle and Tony Swift, his corner men, will be seeing that and will be making sure that he corrects that going forward.
Corners, 10 seconds.
2 good rounds though for Murphy. And
Good rounds
if
for
you're
Murphy.
scoring them, you'd probably.
I would have given them to Murphy
Yeah.
the 2 rounds. I think he's just doing that little bit more boxing.
Yeah.
But it is hard to call when they are in that clinch.
Yeah.
So that's why he wants to keep it long
Yeah.
for as long as he can to prove that he is the better boxer.
Yeah.
Lovely. Good uppercut there and a left hook over the top as well for Murphy.
So this is a big championship fight. All the official judges are in now around the ring. 3 British Boxing Board of Control official judges for this contest, and official British Boxing Board of Control referee as well. Good work from Kassim. Really picking up the pace now, Kassim. Colin Murphy just getting into a tangle, a bit rough and ready in there. Needs to just kind of try not to engage in that kind of behaviour. But again, this is championship boxing. Sometimes it can go a little bit unpleasant, let's say. Kassim, they're both fighters really punching everything in, putting everything into their shots. I think it's maybe time, or a good time for a cool head, Kaci.
Yeah, certainly. I think the 2 of them going for it, but it is hard to stay focused and concentrated when you're in that distance, in that clinch, because you want to get your shots off. And I know the style of boxing that Colin Murphy has, he's going to want to get his good shots like you see in there off. He's
Better
breaking
work.
distance better there, which is good.
Yeah, better work from Murphy. And look, Kassim wants to hold as well, so that suggests that Colin Murphy has a lot of power. We know he has. He has he's five stoppage victories in his 15 wins, which in some ways kind of doesn't really suggest that he carries much power, but he's a lot more power than that record suggests. He's a physical fighter, dominant fighter, keeps coming forward, a great engine, and if he has you gone at all, he'll jump all over you. If he sees a weakness if he smells blood, he'll jump on you.
Hard for Murphy to break distance there when Kassim is coming forward the whole time. He's just breaking space all the time. Swung a big shot there but missed. But I think Murphy just needs to step back. As you can see there, it worked a treat at the start of the round. Step back and then attack, and it was working a lot better and getting his good punch quality and selection off.
What's the referee's name again? Oh, this is very good work from Colin Murphy. Really, really good work. Backing his opponent up. His opponent starting to fail. Really, really going through the gears now, Murphy. Kassim trying to push him off, but he knows it's too hard to push him off. And he's a big featherweight, Colin Murphy. And he's towering over Kassim and landing big, solid, thumping blows into the body and working upstairs as well. Really good round from Colin Murphy. Starting to get through now with a lot more punches. Kassim is feeling the pace a little bit now, I think.
Great round there for Colin Murphy. I think we really seen the style of boxing that he has. He was creating a little bit more distance there, space for himself to get those shots off, the good shots that we know that he can throw and that have had victories for him in the past. So yeah, definitely I think that's what the coaches have been saying to him in the corner, and he's following suit. So that was a really, really good round. Best round so far for Colin Murphy. But again, Kassim's still coming forward, trying to land those big punches. He knows that Murphy's probably the better boxer out of the 2. So you can see he's loading up on them punches, swinging with them. But Murphy just a little bit too quick and getting out of the way.
Yeah. I know it's hard for him to not think about the massive IBO world title fight that's coming down the line. But he has to get through tonight first, and he has to make sure that he comes through it unscathed as well. But when you're getting into all these kind of messy clinches and rough and ready kind of tactics, it's not ideal, because you're more kind of prone or exposed then to kind of picking up an injury or a cut. We can't do, that's something he can't afford to do at this, or for it to happen at this stage.
But great experience for him going forward into that fight. He's coming up against John O'Carroll for a world title fight, which John O'Carroll has massive experience in the boxing world. He'd know all the tricks of the trade, he'd know the clinches and everything like that, and he is a tough opponent. Murphy stepping up a weight as well to take on Carroll, which is a really, really brave move, but it shows how confident he is and that he does want to go far and taking the opportunities as they come, and very lucky from him to have those opportunities.
Yeah. This referee Rhys Carter there from Wales just giving Kassim a stern warning about his holding and grabbing, and this early in the fight. If your referee is on your case, it's not good news for you. He's holding again, and he could be
head there
in danger of having a point deducted. Oh, good left hook in the inside from Kassim, and back comes Murphy. Murphy took that well.
Kassim coming in an awful lot with the head there.
Oh, and a long left hook from Colin Murphy and a right hand over the top. Kassim felt that. He is hurt. He wants to hold again. Murphy trying to shove him off, trying to put space between him and his opponent so he can land his shots. Kassim trying to tie him up, wrap him up. He's definitely hurt. He's feeling the pace. He felt that. Shook him down to the
Kassim digging his legs
boots.
there into the canvas. You can see looking for every bit of grip strength that he can find to stay on his feet. He definitely felt that one. But what a shot from Colin Murphy.
Yeah,
very, very good.
shot.
You can see what he can do from a distance. So just trying to create that distance is a little bit hard against his opponent.
Yeah, the legs wobbled there, and the tide seems to be turning in this fight. And, well, not that it was any other way, but it seems to be getting a lot higher for Kassim. And he's struggling in there now. And oh, left hook, and it doesn't seem to be. It doesn't look like it's going to get any better for him either, because Colin Murphy is just one of those fighters that will keep coming forward, full of energy, great condition, and he will punch and fight all day. So, really good work from Belfast man, 26-year-old. First major championship fight, Commonwealth title, featherweight division.
So frustrating for him there, trying to create the space, but you can see Salim just coming in there.
Oh, right hand over the top by Colin Murphy.
Come on, Murph. Work the body. The body's there, Murph. Lovely.
And again, just getting close. Murphy just really whacking in these shots. Kassim is not enjoying this. This fight is being fought at a frantic pace, and I'm not sure that Kassim is able to live with the physicality of Murphy. Like, he weighed in at 124.8 pounds in the 126 division, so just over a pound under the weight. He looks small on the weight. He looks small for the weight.
He does. He
look
a lot smaller than Colin, but you can see Colin Murphy there. He has a good frame, and he uses it to his advantage as well. He knows that he's tall enough, he's lean, and he's making good use of them arms when he can.
Yeah.
But again, very, very hard. But you have to give it to Kassim there. He knows what he has to do to not get hit and not get hurt. So he's trying his hardest to stay in there by closing in that distance, holding, and he seems to be getting away with it a little bit more than maybe he should. Making for a cracking fight though.
Yeah.
Second take, round 5.
Round 5. Colin Murphy's in the driving seat. 4 rounds to the good for sure, and that last round he really went through the gears and hit Kassim with some solid shots. And just starting. Oh! Murphy walks onto a right hand from Kassim. Again, Murphy just showing those flaws in his defense and took the punch well, but you don't want to be taking too many more of them shots. And that was a very well timed shot from Kassim. If he had a little more power, it could be a different story. Murphy back on the jab. Stands quite upright, just need to move his head when he's throwing his shots to left and right. That's good, very good. 1-2 down the middle from Murphy. And underneath then as well. Putting it on, pouring it on. Kassim now. Targeting the body. Believes that the body is the place to go for Kassim, and he'll take the wind out of his sails and then perhaps move it upstairs. And who knows, could take him out. He's landed some big shots already on Kassim. A man that's never ever been stopped, from Zanzibar in Tanzania. Oh, punches over the top from Murphy. Finding the target at will now.
Kassim starting to feel the pace there. You can see the shape starting to drop a little bit, the hands coming down, and he's just getting caught with silly jabs time and time again off Colin Murphy.
Yeah, and he's landing a few shots, but there doesn't seem to be any real
None of them are
power
putting a
in them.
dent in Colin
Yeah.
Murphy whatsoever. He just takes them on the chin and keeps coming forward. So a really tough opponent there in Colin Murphy. Lovely uppercut there from Kassim. He is still trying. He's doing really, really well.
That was a good shot. But like I said, there's nothing on it. There's no meat on the end of these punches.
No.
And Colin Murphy doing what Colin Murphy does in your face, making you pay over and over and over again. He will not stop. Timeout. Referee is calling a timeout. Okay, he's taking a point off Kassim for using his head. Okay, that's not exactly what you want to be hearing or experiencing if you're in the corner of Kassim at this stage in the fight. Colin Murphy just moving closer and closer to, edging closer and closer to maybe getting a stoppage win and causing the first stoppage on Kassim's record. He's shown some resilience so far, Kassim.
He is. He's taken all these shots and he's taken them well, but still coming back with his own. Like, he's still not there to just be a punch bag. He is here to win this fight and make a statement while he's in Ireland.
Well, I have to say, he's got the look of a man that seems a little dejected at the moment. And he doesn't look like the guy that came out here just over 6 rounds ago when he made his entrance to the ring. That confident, self-assured look has gone off his face, and there's that look of dejection there. And Colin Murphy is, on the other hand, just seems to be coming into his own now.
I feel like Colin was definitely going through the gears as he's coming along. The first two he started off a little bit slow, but as he's going along he's getting better in every single round, and he's showing he knows now where he has the most success, so he's trying really, really hard to get into that position. He's ready to go halfway.
Yeah.
Come on, Murph. Go on, Colin.
Good jab from Colin Murphy. And when he uses more of that jab, the jab is a good punch and it sets up the backhand. Just missing with those 3 shots, and Kassim countering, but not really able to counter with anything of real value.
Come on, Cole, put the pressure on him.
Good job by Colin Murphy. Knocks the head back of Kassim, and another 1-2. And Kassim swings with a wild hook, but misses the mark. And just looking at a little tired now. Energy seems to be sapping. Colin is just probably smothering his own work. Needs to keep it long. I think he will get more benefit out of his work if he can keep it a bit long and use the length in his arms, because he has the reach, he has the size, he has the physicality. Just needs to give himself the space. There goes. I think the corner.
Towel has been thrown in.
I think
Kassim's corner, but no real.
I think that the towel is in. The towel is in. The towel is in, but the referee can't see it. Colin Murphy is still going. The referee is still going.
Didn't see it. They're giving him a second chance now, taking the towel back.
Coach Kevin McLaughlin is stuck in 2 minds. Kassim's coach, he doesn't know whether to throw it in and try and hit the referee with the towel, or just put it in a very subtle way. But like, the fight is still going, and Kassim is still He's still hanging on in there. Perhaps he's going to give him till the end of this round before he makes a decision. But Colin Murphy will not let up. He'll stay coming. We know it. He's proven record for being a train when it comes down the stretch in these 8-round fights, 10-round fights, and let's say even this fight, 12-round fights, which is scheduled for. And we know that he has prepared meticulously and he has covered all the bases. And he is going to work like this for the remainder of this fight. So we're at the halfway point, and okay, coach Kevin McLaughlin, who is the lead coach with SALEH Kassim.
Kassim looks like maybe not coming back out of the corner for round 7.
Okay, it looks like the corner have had enough. It looks like they've had enough. Colin Murphy probably doesn't know it yet, but it's over. He knows it now. He knows it now. Colin Murphy is the new featherweight Commonwealth champion with a stoppage victory for the very first time of SALEH Kassim from Zanzibar in Tanzania, who put up a very good showing, a really good account of himself. But Colin Murphy was just too strong in the end, and he is now the Commonwealth champion, and he adds that to his EBU silver, his Commonwealth silver, his Irish title, his Celtic title. But by God, wouldn't he swap all of them for the IBO world title, which is now in position to fight for on the 14th of March against John O'Carroll. Couple of marks on Colin Murphy there, nothing too serious or worrying, no cuts, couple of bruises, couple of swellings, but they can go down over the next couple of days as he will change and switch his focus and his attention to a career opportunity.
I'm sure he doesn't mind whatever bruises or cuts he has at the minute. He's going forward. He's after winning his fight. He's now Commonwealth title holder now, and he's going on now for an IBO world title crack against John O'Carroll. You can see what it means to him. He's emotional there in the ring, and it's great to see a fighter that cares so much about this. And Kassim, on the other hand, you have to give it to him. Great opponent. He really came out with intent. He came out at the start like a bull. He was ready to go, wanted to make his mark in Ireland, but Colm just proved too strong for him in the later rounds. And you know, it could have been a good idea, from a good wise decision from the cornermen to stop that. Just no unnecessary punishment taken from Kassim that he didn't need to take, because at the end of the day, you're getting punched in the face. Your health is your wealth, so you need to go on, continue, and hopefully he has a long, healthy career in the boxing. And again, loads of things to come for him also. SALEH Kassim there put up a great fight in the first couple of rounds, still putting up a fight to the end there, and no doubt he would have put up a fight to the very end hadn't he been pulled out. So no, wish him all the very best of luck, and tough getting in against Colin Murphy with 15 wins there, no losses, and heading for a shot at a world title. So amazing opportunity. Yeah, I totally agree with you, and we have to say hats off to the coach Kevin McLaughlin for that stoppage. It was a very good stoppage. He gave him the benefit. He didn't want to stop him with the towel going in. Fair enough. And lucky enough that Kassim made it to the end of the round and got to finish on his stool. And in some ways, that's kind of like a little moral victory that your coach is taking you out. You didn't get knocked out, and he saved you to fight for another day. He's such a small featherweight, Kaci, that I think he could probably go into the super bantamweight division. Definitely. And Colin is such a huge featherweight, and he's going to need that size now as well, because he's stepping up to the super feather to fight John O'Carroll. And John O'Carroll is obviously is going to be the best fighter he's ever stepped in the ring with. World-class operator, world title challenger, prize fighter winner. And funny enough, Colin Murphy said this is like a dream come true. He only started boxing when John O'Carroll won the prize fighter, and now they're fighting for the IBO world title. It's a crazy game. But we'll hand it over to Kenny McDowell now for the official verdict.
The King Saeed, come on. Fantastic, well done, son. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round 6, referee Mr. Rhys Carter from Wales stopped the fight due to A hand injury received by SALEH Kassim, the Keen, ladies and gentlemen, in favour of your winner tonight, a new Commonwealth featherweight champion, COLM, the Push Boy Murphy. A very big thank you to each and every one of you tonight for your continued support. We look forward to seeing you at our next major boxing event, and may God bless you and safe journey home. Thank you.
And we are here with the new Commonwealth champion, Mr. Colm Posh Boy Murphy. You made history by becoming the first featherweight champion in 55 years. Congratulations. How does it feel?
It's good to put Belfast back on the map, winning the featherweight title. Don't know if anyone's won the featherweight from Belfast. I think Derry was the last person, Spider Kelly, in like 1950s, and I've been training for big time for years for this moment. Hopefully Conor Quinn next month fights for the flyweight version, and that's 2 people from Belfast winning the Commonwealth title in 2 months, which would be class for 2026.
Yep, definitely. It's fantastic stuff. It was a great performance. It was a hard-earned win, but you got him out of there. How did it feel in the ring?
Felt good. He came out swinging. We watched this guy. We knew he was a fighter. He was going to come forward and he was going to come win. But I made him miss a lot in the first round, and I started to feel him breathe heavy. So I kept my defense tight. He did hit me a few, but I took them well, and then I made him work after. And he was breathing really heavy after. I had him hurt the body a few times and to the head, and it was just I was only coming on stronger, and he was getting weaker.
Yeah, and that is one of your very strong attributes, is your conditioning. You're always in great shape. You're in great shape again tonight, and that saw you through and got you the belt. You're making quite a collection of belts in your early career. So you've got another big one to collect here in March. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel good. Put in a really good performance there, and I've been getting ready for this fight for months. So another 12-rounder here in March, and I'm ready for a challenge ahead of me. Moving up a weight too. I've nothing to lose here against a great fighter. So all being well, my team's going to sit back, give the go ahead. I think I'm not medically suspended after that fight, so I'm all for it. You know what I mean?
Now we're here with your your manager, Mr. Mark Dunlap, and your charge here. He's going through the ranks. He's answering every question asked of him. How do you feel about it?
I'm absolutely delighted, Tommy. I mean, that was the African was a tough kid. I knew he was a tough kid. That's why he was sanctioned. He'd been, as we spoke earlier, he'd been to Russia twice on his own, nicking rounds off guys. Pure heart. He didn't want to quit, but he was getting a pound, and there's no doubt about there. But the best thing was done, and that is to say because he was getting comprehensively beaten. But to say Colm's a big future, like five titles. He just turned 26. He just bought a house. And now everything's going really well for him, so we're going to go down to Dublin now and win that IBO world title. But first and foremost, I'd like to invite his coach in, Dan. Wait 1 sec. Dan's had a busy. Dan, you're on TV. You've had a busy night.
But done this way, coach. All effort he puts in us.
He's a busy night all night. He's 3 fights, 3 wins. And he's put so much effort in. I just want to let him have the final say because he deserves it. Where you go, son.
Thank you, coach.
Well done, son. Well done. Very proud of you. Look, Tommy, you've been in the gym. We work hard every day, man. We work hard every day. That's what we do. This is our job. We're proper athletes. Colm will take a wee rest here, and we'll see how things go towards the end of the week. We'll start camp then for John O'Carroll. Everything's positive. Everything's looking up. As Mark says there, rightly. Colm's in a real good place mentally, outside the ring as well. He's got a good, loving relationship with his girlfriend. He's just bought his first house. He's Commonwealth featherweight champion. Look, let's be honest, there's many people not Colm when he was coming through the ranks. He struggled in a Celtic title fight early in his career. A lot of people sort of wrote him off early. There he is now, Commonwealth champion. World's his oyster.
Thank you, coach, for
everything. Good stuff, and as you say, the world's your oyster, Colm, and you could become the MHD stable's first world champion in a few months. It's exciting times. This is what dreams are made of. How do you feel about this fight going into it? It's all up for grabs.
Yeah, well, I have a mentality for this, you know what I mean? I'm sitting here after this fight, and fully intending to win. I've got a protein shake in my bag for after to optimise my recovery for getting ready for this fight. This is what I am, You win a fight and you get ready for the next one. That's what champions do. I'm not going to be going out drinking or taking the piss or anything. I've learned my lessons in the past and, not living the life. And I've lived the life now for quite a few years, and it's all coming in. I'm maturing, and, whatever happens in March, I'm going to be setting myself up for years to come. And I'm going to be the guy who can look back and say I give it my all.
Brilliant. Warriors and champions mindset. That's your new Commonwealth champion, ladies and gentlemen. Colm Posh Boy Murphy. He's fighting on Paddy's weekend in Dublin for the IBO World Championship. Make sure you all tune into that. For me, I want to say HIJJAH and Gormila Mayogat. Back to you.
Well, there we have it. Colin Murphy, the Commonwealth champion, now heading in for an IBO world title shot, and a great positive attitude from
brilliant, yeah.
such a young fighter to have that mentality going forward.
It was a great interview, really was, and you know, there's a lot going well for him in his life now, and it's great to see that as well, because boxing is a tough sport, really, really tough sport. But you know, I just want to say to Colin Murphy, Cahorjagus more, Vishay Gohintach Anacht, August Vishay Analauder, and Tom Anasasta Do, and Ganairi Lat to him and to all of his team. And I wish him the very best in his fight with John O'Carroll. It's going to be a super opportunity for him, so young in his career. But it's going to be a big test, and a card that I'm really looking forward to as well in the 3 Arena on the undercard of Kaci versus Jazza Dickens, Anthony Kaci versus Jazza Dickens. So that's where he's moved to now. He's moved on to greater stages, bigger platforms. So congratulations to him and Mark Dunlop and all his family and all of his team. I'm delighted for them.
Well, that's it. Chin on Iha, Dernoch and Nish. So Iha Creekna Nocht August V Cuig Trid then Scott Airshil Egg TG4 Nocht August La MHD Promotions Coma. So Mahu Moore the Carlos Pereira, Gerard Hughes, Kyle Smith, HIJJAH McMahon, August Colin Murphy, August na co-rocker Fada V Aku Coma Mar Togan Che Birth Dornálaíocht Trid a of August V Cuig Trid then Scott. So O'Haim, Casey, August O Eric, Gura Mila Magi, August Iha.